was gonna make it. Pop said if you want something, gotta go get it, go take it. Move around these whole niggas, these broke niggas that's fake. Align yourself with go-getters, avoid niggas that's snaky. Put my life up on these beats, put my life up on these sheets. If you heard where I come from, lose your life up on these streets. That's why I'ma be the greatest, ain't no debate. Ain't too much time in this short life, so it ain't no hesitate. Label me a killer, shut down gorilla. Cross me as a scary sight and I ain't talking thriller. This is what I grind for, put it all my time for. Try to block my vision, they still see it through that blindfold. Flying through different time zones, even still my mind blown. Still see that little boy from the west side of the Shy Homes, writing things that's sacred, dreaming he gon' make it. It's time to make them come true, cause some but the take I want the crown. I hold the fight, can't nothing stop me, just like Kanye through the white. I want it now, ain't no denying. I'ma go hard till the day that I retire. Told you niggas I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. I hope you ready, I'm here.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Yeah, I'm here.
Who the fuck you think you fucking with?
I'm here.
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? I'm just saying I had to get the show started because I can't be up all night at all. Got it going on. This is my topic. Of course, the power rankings has came out with the WNBA. Yes, on their site, they have the power rankings throughout the preseason going into the season. So we're going to go over what they said, that, you know what I'm saying, is the best team smoking. I'm just saying that's what they said. I ain't got nothing to do with it. They said that the rankings was in, and the preseason rankings is, you know what I mean, laid out, and who they think is the best, you know what I mean, is the best in the WNBA for as the preseason, you know what I mean, rankings. So we gonna go over that tonight. You know, I apologize earlier, man. I was about to do a video, right? And you know, the thing is that, you know, I hate people that be talking stuff and then especially put Angel in it, and Angel ain't got nothing to do with it. So y'all got to forgive me on my early recording that I had, but I had to really, you know what I mean, get something off of my chest because I don't like women being picked on, you know what I mean, especially for no reason at all. None of these people that you see, are above correction. None of these people that you see are above being constructive criticized. None of the people, you understand? But when you go all out to mess with people and people that are just trying to hoop, just trying to be players, when you're going and putting those players in your mouth and talking bad about them and being just an asshole, you know, it brings something else out of me. You know what I'm saying? Because people don't deserve that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't deserve that type of, you know, of disrespect. And I think that, I don't know, at the end of the day, you got to respect all people because we all created by the God. And, you know, the task is that, you know, we all leave here. We all leave here with good, you know, with good intentions and good demerits about life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and get into it, man. We are looking at the power rankings. Who you got? Who you got? Don't talk no stuff. Who you got? This is what's going on. Who you got? Who do you have for this year's tandem, this year's, you know what I mean, breakout season, this year's, you know, this year's breakout season supposed to go up underneath a certain type of caliber team, and you got to make a choice who you with. You know, I used to be Lulu, you know what I'm saying, especially when Angel was on the Chicago Sky. I just hate to be the one to go against my damn team. I'm just saying, man, Chicago love forever. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna be Lulu this time, y'all. Cause I had to go through 2 years of straight turmoil. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had to go through 2 years of turmoil and dismay, and I couldn't figure this shit out. I couldn't figure it out. And we went through 2 years. In 2 years, we only won 23 games. Lord have mercy. It took us 2 years to win 23 games. God, we went through that. We made it through, chat. We made it through, chat. We made it through. Hey, Brooklyn, I'm going to drop the link too. Hey, listen, shout out to everybody that came over in the chat. Listen, y'all, this is Steady Serving Sports ENT. I am the Gingerbread Man, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. What's up, K-Sap? How you doing, brother? Hey, shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club. I know Keisha and Duval burning the midnight. Oh, they think they're going to be having me up all goddamn night waiting on their ass. Hell no. I'm not doing it. I'm finna just go ahead and get this shit over with because I got to get up early in the morning and do it again. MSL, you finna come your ass right up here and be on this panel. You finna be up here in a minute. Duval over there with that debacle that he got going on. He all up in his feelings calling out rankings and shit. I'm trying to have some real shit going on. He all hurt because whatever happened to our baby girl, and he can't give a real perspective of what the hell actually what's going on in the fucking ranking and the actual people. You know what I mean? So now I had to go get actual facts and actual stats and all of this type of shit so I could talk my talk and, you know, all of this criticizing and talking about players old and all that. You too, MSL. I'm going off of statistics and what has been going on, and I'm talking real. See, one thing I ain't gonna do, I ain't gonna take something away from a player. Now, you might pray for their demise or them not being better or better than it was the next year. I mean, or declining from what they was next year because they on the Chicago Sky. I don't get that at all because all of these fucking teams are horrible. All of them have things that's wrong with them. Hey, don't you forget that the dream just had to get sold. Don't everybody act like she wins. Don't act like that team over there was not in turmoil. Total fucking turmoil right before Angel came. So don't and they was forced to sell the team. So we ain't gonna play those games. I don't really get into all of that shit. Now, you know what I mean? I'm an angel. Hey, I'm an angel celebrator and protector and all of that shit, but I'm not gonna be Lulu and discredit other people when the shit is clear as day. I ain't finna be downrating no good ass team cause how I feel. I'm gonna give you the facts. I'm just being honest with y'all. So y'all continue to hate fucking watch. I don't give a shit if it was yesterday. If somebody did something to me, oh, okay, let me tell you how I am. Real quick, hold on, MSL and Brooklyn, before I drop this. She wins. Do you know at 13 years old, I got robbed. Somebody took my bike when I was 13 at the Shell gas station on the corner of Laramie and Madison. I was at the air pump and him and another pulled out a knife and took my bike. I was 13. Well, she wins. I was 24 years old, on leave for the military, I was here for about 2 weeks. I went to the click. Yeah, 23. I was 23. I went to the click. You know what I mean? The click was back then E2 or whatever. Some people youngest, too young. And I saw, you know, I saw the guy in the guy that stole my bike. I saw him in Jewtown at the Polish at Maxwell. That's why I always know I love Max. I saw him at, listen, and if any of my cousins is in the chat or just watching, they know I ain't fucking lying. I saw this man who stole my bike at 13 years old in Maxwell. That's why I was a good rapper, because I was able to recite and I had a good memory. I seen that man, I beat the living shit out of him. I ain't gonna make the story long. I beat his ass. I beat a lot of people ass when I was in the military, straight up, that I wanted to whoop their ass because I was strong enough and big enough to take care of my goddamn business. But I beat that motherfucker ass because he stole my bike. So I don't give a shit about what you talking about some 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 2 years ago, 30 years ago. A bad team is a bad team. When you had to motherfucker fix things, you had to fix things. You was fucking over players just like everybody else. I don't care. And if somebody robbed you, she wins. Okay, she wins. No, better yet, I want somebody to rob you. And then I'm gonna tell you, somebody that robbed you 2-3 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I want you to say, oh no, she wins. That was a few years ago. No, that was good. No, she wins now. Oh, you talk about some old stuff. Y'all can't even get over Angel. Just not whatever. But you think I believe you? You gonna be like, hold on, wait a minute. No, we gonna get that mother. She wins gonna be the first. Hey, catch that mother. Hold them up. Stay on. She wins be capping. She wins. Don't be coming here capping tonight. I know you baby troll. So you come in here.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
All these teams got something to them. I know I've been. Okay, I ain't drop. You said hold on a minute, so I didn't drop it. Hold on. Let me drop it. Hey, Brooklyn, here it go. She wins as a fool. We gonna have a real good show today. I know my partner's over there, but you know we got a good show. I had already told y'all this evening we were gonna go over the power rankings of the WNBA. They didn't drop the power ranking and what they think and who they think is going to be the top teams 1 through 15 in the WNBA. Some might agree, some might disagree, some might think differently. I don't know. But the power ranking is out. And, you know, I agree and disagree with some, but we gonna go over it, y'all, with my panel up here. We gonna go on and get it cracking and what's going on, because I got questions that I'm gonna let the panel answer, and I'm gonna just sit back and I'm gonna let them answer, and then I'm gonna give my view. Yeah, that's all right. Shit, they ain't finna have me up all night. Shit. No sirree, Bobby Joe. What's up, AC Chi-Town Calvin? What's up, Wody Mac? What's up, brother Javari? Eagle, I see you in the building. Yup, I see y'all. Hey, Marvin, I see you, brother Marv. You know what I'm saying? Hey, ADP is in the building. ADP be having everybody on 5 or 6 screens. ADP is a hard worker. She be all over the place. Y'all better give ADP some love. So y'all, we finna go over. I think I put it in the chat. Okay. We gonna go over the power rankings on the channel, y'all, and we gonna get it cracking, crack-a-lacking. What's up, Wody Mac? What's going on?
Good night, bro, Claudia. I just had to join you after that story right there.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Jesus say turn the other cheek?
Hey, Jesus said turn the other cheek, but his father said an eye for an eye.
You ain't lying. You ain't never lying.
I listen to Jesus' daddy. I don't, you know what I mean? Jesus can say whatever he wants to say, but I be listening to Jesus' daddy. I'm just saying. I mean, whatever the father say, I'm gonna listen to.
Yeah, that's fact.
He definitely
said, be rebellious.
You know what I'm saying? He say, you know, you kill my dog, I kill your cat and your bird for refuge. I'm just saying, that's what he say.
Hey, you know, daddy was a rough one. Daddy was a rough one. You know, the kids be rebellious.
Daddy say you take a man cow, you take his you in return, you take his cow and his goat. Damn. So I'm just saying. Yeah. That's what daddy said. I'm just saying. He said restart my computer if I okay. So I'm finna go over these power rankings, man, and we finna know you know where's everybody standing and where these teams are and what everybody else think about it. You got what I'm saying? What do you ADP? I really want a woman's perspective. So if you want to come up, ADP, you definitely should come up because this is the show. This, you know what I mean? This Tuesday night show. So this is everybody is invited on this panel. So we gonna go ahead and get this crack-a-lacking. So I can get started. It says the countdown on the 30th of WNBA season tips off on Friday, May the 8th. After a whirlwind month that saw the expansion draft for Portland Fire and Toronto Temple ahead of their inaugural season, the college draft headlined by AZ Fudd, #1, and a record 6 UCLA Bruins selected free agency storm that saw some marquee players find new homes, while others decide to run it back 15 training camps and 18 preseason games. The third decade of the WNBA hoops is upon us right now. Before the rosters are finalized on Thursday, May the 7th at 5 p.m. The regular season opens on May the 8th with a triple header on Ion. Here's a look at how the teams stack up against another entering the season. So we already know who they got as the #1 team. The #1 team they have in the preseason going into the season's ranking is the Aces. Since the offseason rankings in April 15th, the defending champions Aces made it official and re-signed the league's only 4-time MVP A'ja Wilson. Only 4-time MVP A'ja Wilson in multiple year deal. The core of their championship squad intact, plus some addition depth, which additions has Kennedy Carter, Stephanie Tolbert, and Brianna Turner. Boo, I don't care about Brianna Turner. The Aces open at the top of this ranking until teams knock them off of the court. So, MSL, Wody Mac, you heard what they said. Okay, ADP. You heard what they said. Tell me what you got. I ain't saying nothing.
I understand from the aspect of you have the best power forward. I get she's being listed as a center this year. So the best all-around big in the game in A'ja Wilson. and you added Kennedy Carter, right? I don't see, like you said, we don't care about Bree Turner, so I don't see how that really helps. And well, we get average production out of Nalissa Smith. Cool. I guess your next centerpiece that you're leaning on is Jackie Young, who's giving you a lot on both ends of the court. Right? I think the addition of Kennedy Carter is the X factor more than Chelsea Gray is still there. Okay, cool. And Jewel Lord, okay, cool. But I don't think that scares nobody. Jackie Young, I mean not Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray and Jewel Lloyd. A lot of people will say otherwise. I totally get it. But then when I think about when I go put somebody in front of Kennedy Carter, I've heard
Ain't gotta.
I've heard this young lady who got a YouTube channel, Geneva in General. She call her who gon' guard her. That's very apropos. Who gon' guard her? Right? There you go, right there. That's an easy, smooth 15 to 17 points right there that you got coming off your bench, right? And if she want to really get in her bag, maybe 20 plus, right? Then you already got Asia, who nobody's really doing. You just hoping Asia misses more than she makes on some nights. Cool, grand. So I understand in that aspect. It sounds very home teamish for me, though, but I don't see why we would have to acquiesce the number one spot just off the fact that you won it last year, but there's differences to everyone's team. And after what we just went through the CBA, every team added and rearranged pieces. The league is in a different statement, unlike say with the NBA, like, okay, we come in the next season, OKC was the winners. I get why APC is number one and they look like it, right? But unlike in that same scenario, the CBA last year, CBA rearranged every team. NECA is now in Los Angeles. That's all I'm saying. But I get it.
So do you agree or disagree?
Disagree. Highly disagree.
You disagree that the Aces is the number one team. Okay. MSL, that was the question. Do you agree or disagree?
If we're talking about regular season record, correct me if I'm wrong, Minnesota had the best record last year, even when even after Fee got hurt. Yes or no?
True.
Okay. Based off of that, I'm going to say no. The Aces will not have the best record, and one of the reasons why I think that is Chelsea Gray. I just don't think she'll be healthy or playing on full throttle all year. The last several years, people have even speculated what's wrong with her. Is she playing well? What's going on? And ultimately, she did play towards the end of the season. So I don't think you're going to get a full throttle, especially at 34 years old, from her. The Liberty,
She's 32.
32. Okay, thank you. The Liberty, why someone in the chat's gonna go, Mark, he's always talking about age. MSL is always talking about age. But the Liberty, they're big, but I don't really see any guards or wings or defense with the guards, perimeter defense. So to me, they look like a mishmash and a collection.
I think you discounting Bet Najalani Hamilton off the bench. That's one. And
right.
Leonie Feet. That's all. Go ahead, continue.
So I just want to know that, do you agree?
I think well, that's the reason why I'm doing this, because if Bree Jones was healthy right off the bat, I would tell you I think Atlanta would have the best record in the league. But because she's not there, that kind of leaves a question mark. But I'll just say, what the heck? I'll put Atlanta. I think New York, or the Aces will have the second or third best regular season record, kind of like last year when Atlanta and the Aces were tied for the second best record, but the Aces got the nod because of a tiebreaker.
So, well, I know you want to get to it too. So, quick question to MSL: is Bree Jones such a significant difference that will put the Atlanta Dream squarely above every other team in the league? Just a Bree Jones addition?
Well, it's only because they have a big piece in Angel that's going to the team for the first time. So I can't speak for the unknown. If she was already on the team, then I'd probably say no. So, but because I don't know what's going to happen in the first 10 games, the first 5. I mean, you would assume that the team would do well. And I know they play the Aces the third game in State Farm Arena, if I'm saying the name correctly for the arena. So that'll be, so you'll get an interesting sign that third game as far as how they play each other. So we'll see. But generally speaking, I would say no, but it's only because she's new and Okad is new for that as well.
So the Aces is not the number one team in the W.
Not for regular season record, no.
Okay.
Now, and regarding Kennedy Carter, let's talk about Kennedy Carter. I think, I mean, obviously, I love Kennedy. We all love Kennedy. She's arguably the most explosive player in the She's arguably the most explosive player in the WNBA. The only question is, which Kennedy Carter are we going to get? And is she going to behave? Is she going to be under control? And if she doesn't play a lot right away, is she going to be controlled enough and good enough to not get herself in any trouble? Because, Becky Hammond don't play that. She like homie. She don't play that.
So,
but she's a big piece. She's a very big piece, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work. It may work. It should work. I mean, look at NaLyssa Smith. I mean, they didn't like her at Indiana, and boom, you put her on this team and she fits right in.
It wasn't a fact, I think, with NaLyssa Smith that she couldn't produce. It's just like what's the better? I want an NBA comp, but I'll try to keep it WNBA for that one. With NaLyssa Smith, like you'll get it's like Tierra McCown in the first couple of years. Like, okay, cool, but if she's not there, do you notice?
No, right? but I think go ahead, Woody.
That's it.
Excuse me. No, I just think she works better with a team with a team like the Aces, because obviously there's order, there's function, there's direction. There's not much to think about. There's not much to do. There's not much to speculate about. This is your job. When a team like Indiana, when she was there, is a little younger. They have a little more aspirations. They're still trying to find themselves. So obviously you're still trying to carve out that niche as far as what you're trying to do. So I think in that respect, yeah, she fits better on the Aces. And as far as her game,
not asked to do nothing over there either. She ain't asked to do nothing over there but play defense and rebound, be big.
But it works better. It works better with the Aces because I mean, they're both very good teams. I mean, you got Kelsey Mitchell, you got Clark. So you got the perimeter players, plus you got on Boston in the middle. So you can even argue that they're similar teams. I think the difference obviously is that Chelsea Mitchell is going to make, even though she's fancy, she's going to make a lot less mistakes than Katie.
The link is in the chat, Nate.
Particularly in a half court set.
MSL, I just thought about it. It may be apropos. NaLyssa Smith is the DeAndre Ayton of the Aces. He ain't got to do nothing, but if you give us something, it's a bonus.
Could be, man. So you are an Aces fan, Wody?
Huh?
So you are an Aces fan, Wody?
No, I'm a Liberty fan.
He a Liberty fan.
Okay, okay. Are you in New York?
I'm
or
an
just a Liberty fan.
Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm an Aces fan. I'm a 1000% GOAT fan. The GOAT is the GOAT. There's nobody in the whole entire world but one person has done what the GOAT has done, and she's a repeat of the only one person that has done what she's done, and his name is Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Now you getting a little crazy. I think Stewie
never won a scoring champion. Never. This is all 1 year. Scoring champion. I want you to be very, very.
No, she didn't do that.
No, wait. No. I just want you to listen. So just listen to me in MSL. It's only one other human being that ever done what I'm finna call off. Only one. And his name is Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
You sure Elijah Wan didn't do that as well?
Only one.
Oh no.
I'm not sure about that, but you can keep going.
Don't have to be sure. ChatGPT, Google, do all what you could do. It's only one that won a scoring champion.
See, this why we got into that South Carolina LSU
No,
thing
no,
last night, 'cause
just
you
me out.
you glazed
You
it
ain't
again.
letting
Your
me
little South
finish.
Carolina's
But
coming
you
out.
not
You
letting me.
glazing.
But you not letting
Don't let
me.
me put that South Carolina in its place.
No. See, you think glazing and truth.
Do
You
not
get
let me
that.
put that South Carolina in its
Well,
place.
I'm just saying you getting truth and glazing two different.
This is what we was talking about last night.
Hold on, MSN. You don't like South Carolina?
Can I tell the truth and shame the devil? Can I tell the truth?
Go on, Pastor.
Go ahead, Mr. Columbia. Go ahead, Mr. Columbia.
Okay. Won a scoring champion. Defensive player of the year. MVP.
Is this where we all gag, y'all?
MVP of the league. Finals MVP. And winner of the championship. And also NBA first team. So it's only one person.
Elijah did that.
No. The Elijah never won the score. Elijah did not have all six. Akeem Olajuwon never had all six in 1 year. Stop it. No.
So what's the other two I'm missing, Bro Claude?
It's only two.
You said scoring.
I said scoring champion.
No, King didn't have the scoring title, so you're right.
No, he did not. It's only one. Only one man and one female that ever done it. One male and one female. I'm big bro schooling you now.
Wait, you're saying Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year as well?
Absolutely.
A year he won the scoring title?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But whatever.
That's why he's the GOAT.
I know you never.
There's only one GOAT.
No, hold on, brother Nate. That's why I'm teaching you. Ain't no.
I know all about Jordan. We could talk about him another day. I know you got enough of this.
But you
I know you got enough
of
this to talk about.
But you didn't know. No, my point was.
We can talk about Jordan another day. We can get into Jerry Krause and the '84 draft and all the stuff. The shade that Jerry Krause.
MSL is so smart. I brought Michael Jeffrey Jordan up because it's only one that does it, and she's a female. That's why. And her name is Asia goddamn Wilson.
Asia goddamn or Columbia Wilson?
No, Asia goddamn Wilson.
Asia Wilson.
Columbia ain't got nothing to do with this.
Little fanboy up in here.
Oh, hey, I'm a fanboy, but I'm definitely gonna tell the truth though. I ain't gonna be up here capping and lying. It's only one human.
So we got this long ass list to talk about, and you want to cap about, and we all love Asia, but you want to cap about Asia for 20 minutes, so we got this long ass list. And you want to bust up Marcellus Wiley. You're gonna be here till 3 in the morning.
That's Lulu. Cap means that I'm lying and I'm being fugazi. That's what cap means. So I'm teaching you that too, because I said, hey, I'm just keeping hey, look, I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? You could be mad at it or not. It's just, hey, the number one.
I'm not mad. I love Asia, but
I'm
saying have to talk about Asia for an hour. You got this list. You know how long that list is? They just finished the list.
I'm finna get through it. You just did. See, I triggered you when I put the GOAT in the subject. You didn't let me finish, and you went up. Oh, well,
I was trying to help Wody with Stewie, and you done jumped on me with that one.
Oh no, Stewie ain't nowhere near Asia on this.
Like I said, we can't argue that tonight because we don't have the time. But I'll let that pass.
But Stewie won 2 different places as the lead player. Again, I prefer Jonquel Jones. I think it's been said. I've said this many times.
I'm finna say she wasn't the player though for the championship. Jonquel was. She was the reason why they won. I watched this series.
But again,
Stewie can barely make a free throw.
Like Tom Brady, she's won 2 different places.
Wody. Let me just say this real quick because Nate's voice reminded me of something.
Wow.
Yeah, your guy, Bro Claude, your guy, Loose Balls, whatever his name is.
That guy.
He was a troll. He was in a generic Chicago Central chat that had nothing to do with Angel.
I know with Quita and Old Boy.
Right, yeah, and this
I was
there.
I was watching. I saw everything. You ain't got
and
to
this
tell
dude
me.
is up in there saying all types of crazy stuff about Angel for no reason.
Right, you told him that you was gonna report it to me. I'm all over. I
So
just
you
don't
just
know it
stalking,
yet.
huh, bro, Claude?
You are
I already
you just
saw it.
all over.
I
You are
saw when you gave him the warning.
No,
I saw when you
MSL.
gave
You the
him
one that be all
and
over.
then
I be seeing MSL everywhere.
and then Nate was like, "No, MSL, I wasn't talking about you. You know what I mean? You got it straight with Nate on what y'all was talking about in that whole thing." I was sitting back watching. I watched the whole thing.
I just felt violated because he be up in your chat acting like he all
But
cool.
I had to see what
And
I
then
had
in
to
that
see
one, he
though.
was just like acting crazy.
Yeah, he was poo-pooing all over Angel. Then
he was
the Fever fan came. I'm like, what you doing here? This is the Scott podcast. What are you doing here? They're all talking about
all of that.
CC. I'm like, man, look. For one, I want to bring up something real quick. I'm sorry. The Fever are not contenders with that trash roster. They
Okay,
have
but you
no
going
bigs.
out of order. You going
I'm
out of
sorry.
order
I'm
now.
sorry. I just had to point that out because we saw just got to throwing CC in there. Like, what you got to do with CC and her
No.
trash
Number
stats?
one. Hold on. Number one pick. So I heard what MSL said that he don't think.
But I'm glad you were there. That loose balls had his balls in his mouth.
I saw it, and I'm gonna chew his ass.
Pause. Pause.
I saw it. I'm
Yeah. Appropriate pause placement.
Flag on the play.
I don't always look. I don't always come in the chat with AC Chi-Town Calvin to tell you and brother Nate. I'm always watching though. I'm all over the place. I'm always watching. Well, you don't think I'm in? I'm there because I want to see who's who. You know, it says Allah says, "Know thy enemy as thyself." You understand? So I gotta watch my enemy. I gotta watch who. You know what I'm saying? Who acting like they with me and they really not. You dig what I'm saying?
Loose balls definitely had his balls in his mouth. I'm telling you.
Oh shit.
Crazy.
Okay.
Pause.
Crazy work.
So
Crazy work.
So Brooklyn is next. Do you agree with
I saw what Brooklyn said in the chat. You know where it's going.
do you agree with Aces being in the number one?
Wasn't Brooklyn arguing with Brian Lewis in the chat about something?
I don't know.
You can have Brian Lewis on the strip.
First of all, what's up, everybody on the panel?
What up, Brooklyn?
What's going on, everybody in the chat? But yeah, I wasn't even gonna come up today. I was just gonna listen. I was gonna enjoy the show, but you know, Bro Claw asked me to come up, so I decided to come up. But yeah, so my opinion, I think I always try to look at it from a logical standpoint. I try to look at it from a realistic standpoint. So when you got a team, listen, everybody's opinion is everybody's opinion. I get it, but like when you got a team that won a championship, right? That team was brought together last year to win a championship. I think listening to the argument, let me say that. I think listening to people's argument on why they said no is because they penalizing them for having a slow start. Sometimes, give you a perfect example, right? You couldn't say, even though they lost the championship in 2011, that the big three Heat team wasn't the best team in the league. You got 3 USA Olympic players on the same team. Whatever team had that much talent on one team, right? And they lost in the finals to a team that just played better than them. So what I'm saying about that is if you take a look at the Aces with all the talent that they had last year, pretty much the same talent they got this year, except they added a Kennedy Carter. They added some young players, some young rookies. They really didn't lose anything, right? So the team that they had last year was a team that started off slow, was a team that needed to gel and come together, which they did once they hit their lowest point in the season. They ended up coming together and then winning the championship. This is also a championship called at one before. So we know this is a championship team, right? They won before. This isn't the first time they won. So with a team like that stays together, bring the call back, and when you got a Jackie Young, a Chelsea Gray, a Asia Wilson, a Drew Lloyd coming off the bench along with a Kennedy Carter. I don't know how you say that. I don't know how you, and then you got not only do you have all of that, you have the absolute best player in the league on your team. Like, it's no even debate. It's no question, right? There's no question whether people try to say Fee last year, cool. Fee, we love Fee, but Asia Wilson is Asia Wilson. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
she's on that team with all of those Infinity Stones. Are we going to say that this is not the number one team in the league? Oh, and they won the chip? That's kind of like,
Well,
okay.
winning the chip and having the best record are two different things. I think
Well,
sometimes great
but
teams
the
can
question wasn't never.
the
The question was never.
was-
The question was never who was going to have the best record. So you answered a different question.
But I did ask.
Well,
But I did
The
ask.
question.
if they
I
have
know the
protocol.
power
The
rankings.
question was. Hold on. The question was because he's going. This is a show about the power rankings, correct? So
Yeah.
he's asking. Is the Aces the number one team? Right? We got to go. We got to do power rankings. We got to go 1 through 15.
But isn't
So
that
he's saying
different than
who's.
asking who's
He's
going to
saying
win the
who's number
championship? To
one.
me, it
Who's gonna
sounds
be
like
the best
No, it's
overall
not.
team?
And if hold on, I can explain it. It's not right because if you want to say, all right, so boom, do you watch NBA basketball?
not as much, not like I used to. No.
Okay, so I can't use that example, but let's just say any league, right? It don't matter what the sport is, but the team that's usually the team you just mentioned Michael Jordan. You understand what who the Bulls was in the 90s, right?
Right.
So you would say, even though there's nobody who ever really beat the Bulls. It wasn't they pretty much dominated. But you would say that was the number.
Detroit beat them
No,
a
no,
few years before they.
yeah, but you're talking about before they started winning. That was the 80s.
Right. Right.
But what I'm
90s.
saying is when the Bulls was winning, you would start with that team, right? Because they was the team winning the championships, right?
True that.
So you would say that's the number one. You wouldn't say they the number 3 team in the league unless they lost pieces. And then you would say that.
But if
You
that
get
was
what
the
I'm
case,
saying?
then why did they have the best record last year?
I just explained that. I just said that. I explained it again. So what happens is, and that's why I used the Miami Heat for an example, because you said you don't watch
I
men's
didn't
basketball
say they
like that.
couldn't
But
win the
hold on.
championship. Those are two separate arguments.
Let
All I
me
asked was,
let me know when I could finish, and then I
why
explain
did
it.
they have the best record last year? If what you're saying is so apropos and germane.
All right, so
I'm not
can I
arguing whether or
explain?
not they're the
No, I
best
know,
team.
but
I'm
you
arguing.
interrupted. You're not arguing, but you interrupted, so I can't explain it.
All right,
If you
go
let me
ahead.
explain it, I will. So what the point I made earlier, I'm gonna make it again. So if you probably didn't, I don't, maybe you didn't watch, or maybe you don't know, but other people could verify this. The 2011 when LeBron James made the decision, right, and that
Right.
team came
I watched the
together.
NBA then. I remember the whole
Okay,
Miami.
so you remember that. So you remember they got off to a slow start. You
Yeah, they
remember that.
lost that year to Dirk, if I
Right,
remember correctly.
right. They lost
In the
it there, but I'm talking about the beginning of the year. I'm talking about when the year first started. They didn't just hit the ground running.
Mhm.
They felt so. That's what I'm comparing to the Aces. That's why they didn't have the best record. You can have the most talent on your team and not have the best record
But that's a different scenario. 'Cause these are
if you're
two
not
major
if you're
teams
not
that went there in 1 year.
still interrupted me.
I don't mean to
You
interrupt you,
telling me
but
explain,
it's
but then
not
you
the
interrupted
same.
me.
It's not the same comparison though. Because they've been together for years with that same core, have they not?
No, they remember Kelsey Plum left, right?
Kelsey Plum left.
Right.
And then Drew Lloyd came in, remember? And
Right.
remember, Drew Lloyd was starting at first, and it wasn't working, right?
But the
And then she went to the
Jackie
bench, right?
Young, but the Jackie
It
Young
doesn't matter.
cores
Once
always
you
been there.
change one piece, everybody got to adjust because the ball got to move. Drew Lloyd and Kelsey Plum ain't the same player, right? They play differently, do they not?
But by that measure, then Kennedy Carter, by that measure, should also have an adjustment period based off what you just said. Yes or no?
Right, but Kennedy Carter's already coming off the bench. So you're right. It is going to be an adjustment with Kennedy Carter, but not as big as of adjustment as if you changing a starting lineup core piece. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I wasn't arguing that. My point is that's why they had the slow start. Whether you have the best record in the league or not doesn't really matter. You could be the second best. You got the second best record in the league and still be the best team.
Got nothing to do with the whole show.
Yeah, that don't have having the best record don't make you the best team in the league. That just means you played the best.
Then, bro, Claude, all you gotta do is ask who's gonna win the title.
We gonna get there.
Well, yes and no, because the best team don't always win the title. Sometimes Detroit Pistons won in 2004, but they beat a better team. So that's why I had multiple reasons. I ain't just have one. Right? I added Asia, right? I added the core. I added the fact that core won the championship and they won before. I had like 5 or 6 reasons, bro.
But now, even in my understanding, because words do matter when they say things, you'll see a lot of sports channels or sporting platforms be like, yo, preseason championship favorites, right? Power rankings, preseason championship favorites, so on and so forth. Again, I can get more clarity, but usually when they say in the power ranking, they're thinking who's going to be the best overall team, right?
The power ranking
overall team don't win the chip.
Who is the best overall team right
Who's
now?
the number one team? But let me say
power
this.
rankings usually something they do week to week, and they change it and
And-
adjust.
Right, and that's the point I was about to make.
Right.
Asia
But you
Wilson,
start off with a
Asia
team
Wilson
that's
is
number one.
the ultimate trump card. If Asia Wilson is the ultimate trump card, then the Aces should be number one every year.
That's not how basketball works. Because if that's the case, hold on. If that's the case, let me make another point. For
And the Liberty won the one 2 years ago.
let me give some basketball knowledge to people. You know what I mean? If that's the case, they say Joker is the best player in the NBA. Do y'all all feel like Joker's the best player in the NBA?
Nah,
For the people who watch,
Well,
No.
SGA playing now. He ain't gonna get that designation anymore.
okay, I'm not telling you how I feel, because I never felt like Joker was the best player in the NBA, but I'm telling you how the consensus feel. People feel like, put it to you like this: my favorite player after Jordan was Tracy McGrady. He just said the Joker is, and I disagree with him, but he just said the Joker is the best player in the NBA on his podcast Cousins, right? My point in saying that is Joker just got eliminated in the first round. So the best player don't always win it. The best player don't always have the best record in the league. It just don't always work like that.
Right.
Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't.
All right. So on paper, I think this power rank is on paper how they gauging this, right? Because one of the teams, and we haven't even got off number one, but one of the teams they've gotten in the top 4 or 5, right? 2 or 3 of them is unproven, right? One of them has a whole new collection of pieces.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So again, I'm thinking that just in general, what ESPN doing these power rankings, they're looking at who they think is going to be the best overall team. And disagree, because I don't think the Aces going to have the number 1 seed going into the playoffs.
Well, you got to realize when you start talking about power rankings to MSL point, and this is the point I was going to make before I was cut off, power rankings change from week to week, right? So you starting off saying the Aces, or whoever y'all think, y'all said a different team. Whoever the team is the best team right now. This is the team to beat. This is the team everybody is chasing. Now, as the season goes on and maybe injuries happen, or like I said, certain teams might catch fire. You got chemistry, different things, right? If you know sports, that's why I said it ain't always about the best players, it's about who's playing the best, right? It's about who's gelling the best. Somebody else could get hot. This might not be when you have a team that's won it, especially a team that you know could possibly win it again and repeat, you say that's a team to beat, especially since they're the champions, right? But if you have another team, and you could use a couple years ago, what was it? I think it was the year before last, the Liberty won it, right? The year before last,
the Liberty,
right?
Yeah,
You have it, so we could use that. We could use that as an example, because the Aces had won before them, but the Liberty ended up taking them over and becoming the number 1 team. It happens. So depending on how the Aces, listen, history tells us the Aces are going to be fine, right? Because what happened last year is not something typical that happens to the Aces every year, right? So the Aces should be fine this year, but you never know. It could be the Liberty with, they got the new 6'11" girl. They might be gelling with that new, new coach. It could be the Liberty who takes them over throughout the season. It could be another team who takes them over throughout the season. But until the weeks go by and those games get played, you have to start with what you last finished with. And what you last finished with is the best player with the best team with the best player who won a championship, right? With all these stars surrounded around her, is still there.
You know what, Brooklyn? Let me say this, and then I'm gonna call off all of the rankings, and then everybody gonna key in, because this is just the first team that I called off. So I'm gonna do this real quick, y'all. I want everybody on the panel to listen. The women I find it funny that with the women, the championship, the champions in the women's game. Now, this is the last 7 years of analysis, though. They with the crowd. I'm talking about not with the ESPNs and all of this ranking, because they do traditional ranking, just like they got the Aces as the team who actually won the championship, which New York Liberty was the team to beat last year, was the number one team, which they should have been ranked number one last year. But I find it funny, even with that, them being ranked number one last year, people had a problem with the champions actually being ranked as, when the season started, as the best team. That did not change anything. That is going for a repeat of the case, right? Everybody knows it's hard to repeat. I ain't trying to get into that. But I'm saying I find it only in the women's game that the actual champs are not the team to beat. It's only in the women's team. But we could go here. I mean, we can elaborate on that after I call off the teams, and then you guys can go and have at it. Number 2 is the New York Liberty. Number 3 is the Indiana Fever. Number 4 is the Atlanta Dream. I disagree with that. Dallas Wings, number 5. I disagree with that. Phoenix Mercury, number 6. Los Angeles.
I disagree with the Fever being in the top 3.
Los Angeles Sparks, number 7. Number 8, Minnesota Lynx. Number 9, Golden State Valkyries. Number 10, Chicago Sky in the middle. Number 11, Seattle Storm. Number 12, Washington Mystics. Number 13, Connecticut Suns. Number 14, Toronto Tempo. I disagree with that. Number 15, Portland Fire. So now we can get to the good part. We can go, instead of me doing that, because you're going to always go, you're going to always have that number one. I mean, Brother MSL and Brother Brooklyn and Brother Nate and Wody Mac and Jacob, we always have a problem with naming the champions the number one team. I don't, you know what I mean? Only in the women's game. Only in the women's game that has been done. I don't know why it's that way. I don't know. Maybe because of fandom, but you can't say it's Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark because it was happening before. You got what I'm saying? So no, not to Caitlin's part or not to Angel's part. It was happening. It was happening way before that. Even when Deladon and, you know what I mean, Candace Parker, all of them was playing, so it was happening then too. So over the last 7 years that I've been completely watching this game and come back to the game in full throttle with Angel and Angel and Caitlin came in. I mean, when Caitlin came to the WNBA, they ranked the Indiana Fever number 1, and the Aces was just coming off of a championship. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then won again. So go ahead. Y'all go. Y'all have at it. I'm done.
Well, I did preface my statement too on why I disagree because of what just happened. Unlike any other sports league, with the new CBA, and everybody signed the 1-year deal so they can sign for a bigger contract. So that adjusted the entire league, right? Like literally, a new super team could have been formed if kind of, which they kind of did in New York, but people is like, yeah, they don't really like Satu Sabri like that. They think she's soft, whatever the case may be. Cool. We also can bring some of these overseas players that's been stashed for 3-4 years overseas and now bring them over because now we can pay them more. Again, I'm not going to belabor that too long. But the main point again being, because everyone signed that 1-year deal, right? People could put teams together that can combat the Aces. Ergo, the Atlanta Dream. Cool. We want to use that one as an example. The Atlanta Dream. One great example. And the Los Angeles Sparks. Go stack the deck with adding Necker now, adding Necker, and now your number 2 pick is coming off the bench behind Derek Hamby and Necker, and along with what y'all picked up in the offseason. Cool. Plus, along with 2 new teams, we know them 2 teams probably gonna be terrible, but it's just solely the free agent, the complete one. You know what I mean? Spinning wheel that just happened in the league because of free agency. Hence why I say that. Now, if we're going off of preseason power rankings, who would probably be the best team? I say no, not the Aces, because now there are several other teams stacked that can match up player for player. Dream, Sparks, New York. Shit, hell, you want to say Dallas in some ways, but hey, that's why I said that.
Let me ask you a question, Wody. Just and it's not. I'm not just saying like this is the only argument. Like I said, when I made my argument, I made like 6 or 7 different reasons why, right? But I just want to ask you this question. And this anybody on the panel can answer this really. But who would you say are the 2 best players on the Aces?
Asia Wilson and Jackie Young.
Asia Wilson and Jackie Young.
I agree with that. Whatever 2 team superstars is that good?
The Sparks. The Sparks would be
Okay. Okay.
I would say the Liberty when healthy with Sabrina and Stewie. That's about it for me.
Ain't nobody.
You think Sabrina, in your opinion, you think Sabrina and Stewie is better than Asia and Jackie?
Oh,
You
not
saying
better.
better than those 2?
Not better. Not better.
All right, so if they not better, what are they?
They're probably like.
And that's just 2. They got next. You got Chelsea Gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
then you have Drew Lloyd, and then I think, and then I'm gonna land with this. I think people forgetting. I'm a Chicago Sky fan, so I ain't forget. I think people forgetting how good Kennedy Carter is.
No,
you got Drew Lloyd. You got Drew Lloyd and Kennedy coming off the bench, and y'all saying, all right, I'm gonna land with that.
I don't think nobody's scared of Jewel Lloyd and Chelsea Gray.
I'm not saying scared. I just asked talent level. Who would you say is better? Like just from from your opinion. That's all. Ain't nobody saying nobody's scared. Just who's better?
Yeah. Like I don't know. Maybe again because we're looking at prior history, but I'm looking at age, attrition, and injury, and then your prior season production, or let's say your last 2 to 3 season production.
Let me shoot you dead in the head real quick, Wody. Who got a fresh?
I know you about to bring up these Jewel Lloyd numbers. Go ahead.
No,
I'm gonna bring up the Jewel Lloyd numbers.
Who got a fresh 200,000 in their pocket from 1v1? A fresh one this year. I ain't talking about last year. I'm talking about 3 months ago.
Oh, come on, bro, Claude. Come
on. Claude.
Like, oh, and Chelsea Gray can hoop one-on-one. Chelsea Gray can hoop, but she don't get the free reign to just go off and be the full focus on
the Chelsea Gray. She
don't get to be that.
But listen, Chelsea Gray is the 3rd best player on this team. Who got a better 3rd best player than Chelsea Gray?
Chelsea Gray is the 3rd best player on that team. She takes a step back.
I mean, we want to do that. We want to do that. Technically, than the Atlanta Dream. A lot of people is down on Ryan Howard, but Alicia Gray is every bit of good as every player outside.
As we saw in the one-on-one event.
Asia Wilson one-on-one is good. It's good per player. Every player outside of Asia Wilson.
So if you say, and you know I'm an Atlanta Dream fan and shit. So if you say Ryan Howard, you saying that you think the Atlanta Dream is better than the Aces then?
That's yet to be determined. But as far as player for player,
yes or no? You think they better? You think they better than the Aces or not better than the Aces? Yes or no?
All right. But let's say this though. There's a lot of unproven.
There are hypotheticals though. I mean, you don't have to necessarily say that, but you wouldn't.
What guard? Wait.
I mean, Indiana almost beat them yesterday with a halfway dead Kelsey.
I'm just saying,
Mitchell,
what guard matches?
Hell, Seattle almost beat them.
Wait, what guard matches Chelsea Gray on Atlanta? And I'm Atlanta
production or what they're gonna do on the again. When you say match, I mean Gray is gonna outperform her.
Talent of Chelsea
Alicia Gray.
Bro,
as a
Claude, we
draw.
just saw them
Alicia
have a
Gray.
mano like sword fight to the death with Alicia Gray. How you gonna ask that question?
No, Alicia Gray is
To
not.
the point where
Alicia Gray
Chelsea
is not a Chelsea Gray. That's two different positions. You lining
Two
her up.
different positions, but I don't know what you mean.
Alicia Gray
Man
and
on man on that.
now,
but they're both
now
big. They're
MSL,
both big guards.
MSL.
Chelsea's
If
5'11".
you go Alicia Gray and Jackie Young, then we have a conversation. Come on, let's stay with
And
this.
then I throw in Ryan Howard there. Then I throw
No.
If
Ryan
you're
Howard
talking
in.
about Alicia Gray
No.
and Jackie Young head to head, they got the same position. They the same people, but Alicia Gray was up for MVP last year. I would pick Alicia Gray.
I'm gonna do it even more field. I'm gonna be even more field. I'm gonna be even more.
Jordan Canada to Chelsea Gray. Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna do
That's
even
the
work.
only thing you can compare. They're both point guards.
No, I'm gonna throw even more.
Listen, everybody can't talk. Everybody can't talk at the same time. What I'm saying is this. I'm saying that so we won't get stagnant. So let me run the panel right. So we won't get stagnant. I'm saying from point guards that's in the WNBA, Chelsea Gray, we talking about Kelsey Plum, we talking about Olivia Miles, we talking about Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark. Those are the players. You guys are going off of the meter with players that's not even in that position, the generals of the team. And that's out of order because that's not real basketball talk. That's not real.
Well, I think with Atlanta, if I can say this, bro, Claude, I know 3 people were brought up originally. It didn't necessarily distinct player for player, position for position, and we can argue that. But if we take it in a broader context, I mean, even ESPN, who we all call the ops and so forth, when they said
they the ops,
when they said which team has the best six players, or I don't remember, maybe it was Yahoo, but they the ops too. But they had said the 3 top teams with the top 6 players were the Aces, New York, and Atlanta. And I think that's a general thing. I mean, this whole thing with the Fever, ESPN as the ops, I don't know where the hell that came from, because beyond those 3 players, I mean, you're really stretching it with the Fever this year. But you can actually take 6 players.
I don't even think that's a stretch. How you doing, Mr. Listen? That's something there for you. I don't even think that's a stretch.
I'm trying to pay them some respect.
Again, y'all would be hard pressed. Y'all would be hard pressed to say that y'all don't like Aaliyah Boston. You would be hard pressed. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Caitlin Clark, listen. Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston is a hard argument. That's a real argument.
I know. I'm going to take Caitlin Clark out of it because, again, I understand some people's sentiments when they saying we got a big 3 or a big 2. Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell. Y'all would be hard pressed to tell me that you don't like that combination.
And that big 2 almost knocked them out. Almost knocked them out at the semifinals last year.
I wasn't going to say it. Thank you. I wasn't going to say it.
Hey, I'm with that. That's not.
I mean, Kelsey, you guys were one healthy Kelsey Mitchell or a couple of bad calls away from being knocked out the semifinals. And if that team would have got to the finals, they would have beat that Phoenix team, and they would have won the finals with Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and Odyssey Sims.
Hey,
and here's the thing. As far as top talent, top to bottom, the Dream got more all-around talent.
I would agree with that.
All I'm saying. And the Dream got more all-around talent.
I think the Aces
Nah, they don't. You said the Dream got more talent, and I'm a Dream
got more all-around talent, player for player, even coming off the bench. Tahina Pow, you know what I mean? What's the other girl? Damn,
more talent than who?
Amba, is you crazy?
More talent than who, Rody?
More talent than most teams around the league, top to bottom, all around.
Okay. Oh, most teams, not the Aces.
You wanted to say who? I know what you was.
No, because I thought if you was going to say Indiana, I was going to agree with you. But I wasn't sure if you were talking about Indiana or the Aces. I disagree with the Aces.
Except the Liberty. Except the Liberty. Every team except the Liberty
have the best talent. Can we agree on that? Those 3 teams have the best talent or the deepest talent in the WNBA.
The deepest talent is the Liberty and the Dream.
The Aces, the Liberty, and the Dream. Can we all agree on that?
The Dream and the Liberty. That's why I stop it. The Dream and the Liberty got the deepest talent.
I agree with that.
I agree, MSL. Aces and Liberty. I agree with that.
I ain't had no problem when you said it the first time.
The Aces got great the Aces got great talent, so I'm not gonna. I mean, Wody can think what he thinks. I don't have a problem with that because I think part of the problem with the panel, if we're going to get through to this, we're just going to have to respect some people's opinions and
Yes.
not analyze them for 30 minutes. Otherwise, we'll be here till tomorrow.
We're gonna be here tomorrow. And I leave with that. And I leave with that. Be quiet, Wody. Brother Nate, go ahead. Have your piece.
Man, I forgot, man, what we was even talking about, man.
Exactly. I forgot Nate was here.
I forgot what the question was.
I said that for having, I read the list of those teams, but MSL kind of like sealed the deal with those 3 teams.
Top 3, yeah.
Top 3, but I do think MSL, to your point, I'm gonna let Brother Nate have it, but I do think that people sleeping on Dallas, and I really do think that. I really think of that.
I will admit Dallas. Yeah, I was Aces, Liberty, Dream. I'll also put Dallas up there, and I'll put the Sky up there as top to bottom. And we talking about on paper before anybody actually put any regular season games. Yeah, I will put those 6 up there because I'm not even putting the Fever in there because this is not even the same team. They're like, well, they're a contender. How? They don't even have the same team they had last year, and they always play better without Caitlin. I'm confused. And now she's trying to wear a leg sleeve. Like, that's the thing. Like, that was nice. Like, she's the only person wearing a leg sleeve. Man, stop culture vulture. Stop that.
Wait. She's got one of them.
Nate, I think
you didn't see that? Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
I think
she got a leg sleeve on. Yeah, they trying to act like she's starting leg sleeves. Oh, she look good in it, don't she? I'm like, man, stop that.
She don't look. Sorry for the ladies in the chat, but she don't look good enough to be wearing a one leg sleeve like that.
She don't.
That's for the hotties. That's for the baddies.
Yeah, for real. Point. And I'm making a quick side note point, and then I'm gonna like be quiet. This is just my opinion. I don't know, like y'all could agree or disagree with this. This is just like a personal opinion that I have. I think so. I agree with what MSL was saying about the top 3 teams. You know what I mean, as far as the talent wise goes, and you know, we could have our different opinions on, you know, who should be top, whatever. But I think it's 2 teams in this league that kind of don't really fall under the talent conversation, comparing them to how good they're going to be, right? And I think those 2 teams are the Indiana Fever.
Oh.
The Indiana Fever and the Phoenix Suns. And the reason why I say that is
Mercury.
Yeah, the Mercury. The reason why I say that is they have a unique play style that they don't need big names, so they play. You get what I'm saying? If those are 2 teams that if they get the right pieces in a system, they could win games even if they don't have big names. And
Mike Antonio type
and so
style.
depending on so like even let's use the Mercury for an example. We don't know what Mercury going to see this year because remember Mercury went to the finals last year with a Satsu, right? They pretty much bought the same callback, some extra pieces, don't have a Satsu, but I don't think they really fell off because of their play style, right? They didn't replace Satsu, but their play style is the ball's gonna be. It's almost like having a LeBron James team. No matter where LeBron James play, if you have the right pieces around him, you could have a winning team. You get what I'm saying? So if you got a Alyssa Thomas team with Nate Tibbetts' system. We don't know. We got to wait and see. We got to wait. Phoenix could either be really good or really bad. We really don't know. And I don't think the names of the talent is going to dictate that. I think it's really their play style. And I think it's the same. I think it's the same thing with the Fever. I think the Fever do have to adjust. And we've been saying this, right? The Clarkies want the Fever to play the way they've been playing forever, which is a play style that wins a lot of games, but loses when it counts, right? So I do think that adding a Raven Johnson and adding the pieces that they add can help the Fever be better, but I don't necessarily. I think because they have a distinct play style, which is that Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston pick and roll and space of the floor around that. because they have a distinct play style. They don't necessarily need big names. So I don't think the talent conversation really matters when you start talking about the Mercury or the Fever, how good they're going to be. I think it's really they play style. Do they got the right pieces? And, how well they gel. If they gel really well with the pieces they have, then it don't really matter with the names they have on their team. So that's my opinion of those two teams, but that only apply to those two teams, right? The other people with the way that they play, like using the Aces for an example, they play in a way where the ball has to go to their stars. It has to be in Asian hands. Jackie Young has, you know what I mean? They have to make the play. Same thing with the Dream. The Dream runs a unique style where it's a lot of three-point shooting, but the ball have to go to the Ryan Howard, the Alicia Gray for them to make the play. I don't feel like it's necessarily the same with a Phoenix or Indiana, because if you use Phoenix for an example, Alyssa Thomas is going to hit one of these people we don't know, right? It's from overseas. And if they can shoot a three, they're going to be tough to beat.
I mean, most
Okay,
pros.
I wasn't done explaining my point, but okay.
No. That's why I was saying. That's why I was saying I wanted to make a quick side note opinion.
Okay,
you talking about talent, but
what I want to do is, panel, let each and every person have they say mute your mic, because you might want to say something to pop off, because I know even me, I got Tourette's syndrome. I got Tourette's syndrome. Please mute your mic. Let that person get off what they need to get off, because I'm gonna go to Jacob too. You got what I'm saying? I know I got Tourette's syndrome, so I'm finna mute my own microphone, because sometimes when I don't agree, I might say, "Oh, you know what I'm saying?" So I'm gonna mute my microphone, because we got to get through this topic, because we got about, let me see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 questions, and we ain't even done with just the stuff. So come on. Let's get through this.
I'm making sure I'm gonna finish it out. I wasn't basing it off just talent. Like I was saying from top to bottom. That includes depth. Like I'm not basing it off stars, even though you need stars to win. Like when you get to the playoffs, the Aces won because they have Asia Wilson hitting a turnaround jumper off over 18 to one bottom. But I wasn't just talking about stardom and who you got. It's also depth. The Fever have one center. They basically an injury or two away, and we still haven't seen Caitlin finish a full season. She don't look no different than she did the last 2 seasons, because she's too busy playing golf. You know what I'm saying? So there's no depth. She goes down again. Raven take her spot. Mute, please, mute. She goes down. Raven takes her spot. You know what I'm saying? Who's backing up Raven once Raven takes over for Caitlin going down again because she didn't properly work out or play any basketball over the season? Aaliyah Boston, she's hurt right now. Once she gets hurt during the season, she has an MCL sprain or a hyperextended knee, and she's out 2 to 3 weeks. Who's filling her spot? Mo Billings? Oh, wait, she's starting next to her. Demiris Dantas? Now, who's backing up Demiris Dantas and Mo Billings? Can't think of nobody on that bench, right? Exactly. Ooh, Jasmine Passat, who's in the developmental contract? There's no depth. They will have to go 6 to 7 deep. Phoenix the same way. They got a bunch of nobodies that can probably shoot. Yeah, sure, they can all shoot, but you still need depth. Catherine Westfield is out, who's one of their main players off the bench, and she's out with an ACL tear playing overseas. Losing Satu was big, because she's still a freaking unicorn, but you also have to have chemistry. You have to have depth and chemistry. If depth and chemistry not working in order and with the right scheme, it won't matter who on the floor. If you can't get the ball to the right person and you still got your point guard saying, I'm going to have the ball in my hand at all times, and everybody looking at you like, oh, for real? What you going to do when you're not on the court? Who going to have the ball? Oh, yeah, that's going to be Raven. You know what I'm saying? Or the backup, or Tyesha Harris. You know, so it's also about scheme and depth. That's what I'm speaking of, not just talent. I was speaking of depth and also chemistry, because if you don't have that depth throughout the whole roster, you one injury away from winning either 6 in a row or losing 9 in a row. That's it. I'm done.
Hence why the Oklahoma City Thunder are so good, because they have depth. True. But now let SGA.
Tourette's syndrome, Wody Mac can't help it.
I swear.
It was quiet, bro, Claus. I just thought I'd add that caveat.
Yeah,
that's all.
No, wait, no, bro, Clark for the next question. Go ahead, bro, Clark.
Wody Mac can't help it. I know I got it too, because I was saying something while you was talking. Jacob, hey, Wody Mac, don't feel bad because I was saying some shit. But keep your mic muted, brother. Jacob, go ahead.
All right, so I just saw the list. I have it on my computer. In my opinion, and Brooklyn, you better plug your ears on this one. I'm sorry, I'm not. You're gonna have to plug your ears on this one. I think the Valkyries should not be number 10. They should be honestly ahead of the Chicago Sky because they have better coaching and better defense. Chicago Sky doesn't have any defense or coaching, for that matter, or they have too many ball dominant players. It's going to be more of a crash out season than a good season. And honestly, I would put them ahead of the Lynx. Honestly, I think they got much better, and Kayla Thornton's coming back. And Minnesota lost too many players, and we don't know what Olivia Miles can do against WNBA defense yet. So I'm gonna put Golden State ahead of Chicago and Minnesota. That's where I land.
Okay, baby. Very good. So now, y'all, panel. My next question is MSL. MSL, how has the overall talent level in the WNBA evolved in 2026? Go.
I mean, obviously, we've gotten some really good players the last several years from college, and we're going to get even more in 2027 and 2028. So I think the talent level where it is and free agency, I think has has primed us to have a very, very, very exciting season. And I think Angel going to Atlanta has spiced things up. I think what Chicago did, whether they do well or not, has spiced things up. I think Phoenix still being good on paper. We'll see how they are spice things up. I think Minnesota is the one caveat, but you do have Olivia Miles there, so maybe she'll provide some exciting times. New York has loaded up. Vegas has loaded up, and I think Indiana's a caveat. Brooklyn thinks they should still do well due to their style, and then other people look at them and say, "Hey, y'all a little light in the butt with their bigs." We'll see. But I think the talent level is actually good. It's very, very exciting for what we've had the last 10 years. It's very, very exciting. I'm not going to compare it to 30, 40 years ago with Lisa Leslie, etc. But for what we had the last 10 years, I think it's very exciting.
Okay. Wody Mac, question. Just the question. How has the overall talent level in the WNBA evolved in 2026?
Because they're going to be enforcing the freedom of movement more, and a lot of the guards that are coming out are playing a more modern style. I think this would be a more guard-oriented W that we're going to see. I hope though that some of the OG fans and some fans who've been around for some other generations of basketball don't look at this with scoffing the side eye that the league is getting too soft or it's getting too much like the men's game. I like the idea. Hey, if you really like that, slide your feet, defend with your feet, not with your hands. And if we're gonna be playing it under the whistle, a lot of these very talented guards and some of these wings that can get loose, you're gonna see a different looking league that may be a lot more intriguing and exciting.
Okay. Brother Brooklyn, I already know this is what me and you, a lot of people don't know, we go all the way back from 2 years ago. This is a question that me and you, we said it, but we got a backlash for it. We got beat up for it. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. How has the overall talent level in the WNBA evolved in 2026?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it evolved. I mean, I'm watching players out there, doing crossovers and poking themselves in the eye and then blaming other players. That sounds like a devolve to me. You know what I mean? The players, I'm used to players being able to make moves and get to the rim, not like make moves and poke themselves in the eye. So I feel like I feel like it actually devolving if you can't, like, you poking and then you asking the ref to call a foul, because I ain't never seen nobody ask the ref to call a foul because they fouled themselves. That's new. I thought I saw everything. I never seen that before. So I actually think it's devolving.
Okay.
Bro, Claude, can I ask a question? Who did that? Because this guy, that's too specific.
Who you think, Wody?
Who you think
Take
did
a
that?
wild guess, Wody.
It's all out there.
Take a wild guess, Wody. Think of the
would you
only
stop
player
it?
that would hit themselves
See,
with
I
their
was
hair.
landing my plane, but now y'all just gave me more to say. Listen, everybody want to say the talent, and this is for the men's and women's game. Everybody want to say the talent is better now because the players is more talented. These players is traveling today. You know what I mean? They doing 100 step backs and then shoot. I didn't even know you could do that. You could step back like 5 times before you shoot the ball. You get what I'm saying? So if that's the evolve, okay.
Hey,
Bro, Claude.
gather step, sir. Gather step.
Bro, Claude.
Yes.
Brooklyn is so eloquent and verbose today. We gonna be here till Thursday because he is like he's going in. But I mean, he's going in. But
hey, he's saying the truth of how he feel. You know what I mean? How you feel.
Now we talk about the state of the game. I guess I'll save that for another time. But
Yeah,
I think Nate was gonna say something, right?
Yeah, no, Brother Nate had dropped down. Go ahead, Jake. Brother Nate got to come back. I don't know. I think he at work, but Brother Nate gonna come back. You know, he'll come back. But go ahead, Jacob.
I remember someone asked a question, who was that? And we never answered it. That's what it was.
Yeah, go.
Who hit themselves with the hair and complain?
I mean, it just it's different play. I don't want to like pinpoint one player with ponytails.
And ponytails playing outside of cornfields and
we good. Don't start.
They go 6'5" mammy enforcer, right?
No, listen.
Especially, hold on, y'all just gave me more to say. So y'all got to move on to the next topic. Especially when I seen you dribbling 2 balls, and never mind.
Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Oh, baby Jacob.
Hold up. Yeah, can I say something to that too?
But it's true.
Go ahead, Wody.
MSL, dribbling the medicine ball and the regular ball, right? Doing that drill, which I mean, okay, you put it out there. What is that? Is that skill building or training?
With the medicine ball?
Yeah, that dribbling drill. Is that skill building or training though? That'd be a skill building exercise.
I'm trying to stay away from that girl today because we
ain't gotta say no name. I'm just asking.
Fair enough.
You know what it is? I think when you dribbling the medicine ball and the basketball, you got to have your ponytail in, because if you don't, then when you in a real game, you're going to poke yourself in the eye.
Okay. And now if you see somebody doing a drill where they're going to the right, they showing just them of a drill of them dribbling to the right.
Especially when they don't know how to go to the right.
Especially when they don't go to the right. Would that be training?
Wody, man.
I'm just saying.
Could we go to the
next?
We
ain't gotta be like
Bro, Clark. But since Wody said that, this can factor into what we think they can do, because I thought it, but I didn't say it because I didn't want to go there. But is there also a possibility, Mr. South Carolina, that the tension, the expectations on the team just may get to old girl and she just may lose it, because she's already saying, I'm the #1 ball handler forever. I'm the primary ball handler forever. I'm the best trend. She said a lot of crazy stuff that any other player would be severely criticized for and would kind of like mess up the locker room. I know
Angel Reese couldn't say no shit like that, or she's.
I think she's feeling the tension between Stephanie White, between the league is probably leaning on her. The league is probably leaning on her. Raven, she could hear Raven's footsteps coming. She could probably hear the footsteps of Christy Sides, who was saying the same thing that Stephanie White was saying, but they kind of stripped that under the rug and fired her. And it's possible that team may struggle if she don't get her act together, and if Raven.
We're not saying no names, right? We ain't saying no names.
Right, we're not saying no names.
You know,
if that South Carolina player put pressure on her, what you think about that, Bro Claude? And what you
I'm
think
just
about
saying,
that,
you know what
Harris. 10 points a game, 8 assists. That's what it'd be.
What I'm saying is,
let's not go overboard.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, but because to go from what Brooklyn was saying, you you had that 19 points a game, forget the 41% shooting percentage, and then the playoffs, it was trash with Dejanay and with Stephanie White. Last year, we know we're not going to get into statistics. We know what they are. And then we saw what happened then. So now this year we start again. Is that average now going to drop to 13, 10, 11? Because, well, we're not supposed to say a name. Is South Carolina.
We can't. Right. We can't. Let's move.
Because that team may not be as good if there are problems in the backcourt.
I hope that we gonna end this part. We gonna go to Baby Jacob, but I hope the problem gets solved, because what Brooklyn and MSL and Wody said were actual, the way that they see it, and the way I see it. I'm a hold back, because that's a whole nother subject. Because
well, you love your baby girl.
So yeah. So
y'all didn't move on. So I got some more to say. Y'all didn't move on. That's y'all fault. Hold on. Hey, Bro Club. Hey, Bro Club. This is y'all fault. I was gonna leave it alone, but now I got some more to say. I got a question. I got a question for you, Bro Club. Or anybody can answer this. Have you ever heard in basketball, in the history of basketball, men's or women's game, that a player who could play no defense at all is the best player in the game?
No, I got a better one than that, if I could say it, Bro Claude.
I leave it alone. I land my plane with that. I'm gonna land my plane.
Well, I'm gonna take it into the taxi.
Don't disrespect Tracy. I will pull up highlights, bro. Don't do that.
Take it into the jet.
And I never heard nobody say he was logging down. No, I ain't gonna say that.
Not only that, Wody. Not only that, Bro Claude. Not only that, Jacob. But you're talking about a league that only has 150 players versus the NBA with 500 players. So you can have specialists in the NBA because there are 500 players. There's very few top specialists in the WNBA.
It's 210.
Sabrina may be one, but everybody else.
Come on, stop playing. Stop playing. Why? Sabrina is a 3-level scorer. She just not.
Oh, okay, Wody. Because Wody's here, I'm gonna give Wody that respect. Okay, Sabrina is fundamental.
Is a 3-level scorer,
and she can But it's very hard to be a top player in the WNBA if you don't have fundamentals, if you don't play defense, and if you don't play offense. You got to be good at all three: fundamentals, defense, offense. So I agree with Brooklyn. It is damn near impossible, because if you look at that list of top players in the WNBA, she sticks out like a sore thumb. She sticks out like a sore thumb because it doesn't compute. Because
Brianna Turner is gonna have a job, and she sucks on offense.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
Brianna Turner ain't got nothing to do. You know, she's not a top. Player. She's not a top player.
Yet Rachel Banham sucks on defense, is gonna have a job because she shoots a 3.
Well, that's another argument. But to just finish what Brooklyn said. How are you a top player, to Brooklyn's point, when your coach platoons you, benches you in the fourth quarter of tight games because they either don't trust you in the half-court set on offense because you're not good in the half-court set, or your defense is so bad they're terrified? That's not a player. That's a quarter of a player, a half a player, 3/4 of a player, and it damn sure ain't no all-star MVP candidate.
Okay.
I'm going to tell y'all like this. If y'all seen what Isaiah James, if y'all saw what Isaiah James was doing in Caitlin. No, they was that if y'all go back and watch, that Dallas Wings team was looking for Caitlin. That's why she kept hitting the bench. She kept going back to the bench.
Oh, okay.
She made all her points. And I'm a Caitlin fan, by the way. I know y'all probably think I'm just telling. I'm a truth teller. I'm a truth teller. I'm just telling the truth, Jacob, and anybody else. Don't. I'm just being honest. But
Jacob, what's it,
she been struggling. She been struggling from the field, and she just got all her points from the line because every time she just drove the basketball, it was a call. AZ Fudd even said it at the press conference. She said, "I thought we could be more physical in the WNBA, but I guess not." Right? So she got all her points from the line, and then on the other side, Isaiah James did the same thing to her. She just attacked her every time down court, and that's
She
why
looked
she
good.
ended up hitting. She thought she was gonna have this great games, or Paige versus Caitlyn, and she was gonna Isaiah James to take your ass to the bench.
But this
Right.
the thing though, with what you said though, is if everybody is getting that consideration, as you saw, it also happened in the Aces game. They was calling fouls on Asia Wilson going to the basket when nobody touched her. Now they're gonna clean it up. I'm sure they're gonna clean it up. But everybody, it is now become apparent that it is an emphasis. Freedom of movement. Do not guard with your hands. Guard, slide them puppies. Keep your
But if
hands
they
off. If you we not, I don't care. This is not we done with the 90s. We done with the 80s. Ain't gonna be none of this hacking and holding. Slide your feet. We gotta live with that. Slide your feet.
Listen,
But
listen, y'all. We ain't gonna get past.
like, what the hell's going on?
We ain't gonna get past this subject unless baby Jacob. I'm trying to get this one question asked. I told y'all. I already know. So, baby Jacob, how has the overall talent level in the WNBA evolved?
I think this was pretty self-explanatory because you look at the last couple of classes, you look at the Juju class, you're gonna look at the Sarah Strong class, the one after that, and the players are only gonna get better, the skills are gonna only get better. That's how I would say it evolved, like skill-wise, and how it's gonna get better because it's because of all those players in classes that are like 4 or 5 years ahead of us, even a couple of years ahead of us now. So that's how I would say it evolved. That's it.
Okay. So with me, I'm going to say this. I disagree with some of everybody, and this is my take on that subject. How has the overall talent level in the WNBA has evolved 2026? I would say horribly. This has been the biggest purge in the history of all rookies. Because, of course, we got 15 teams. But you find yourself with Skylar Diggins, Tasha Cloud, Courtney Vandersloot, Elizabeth Williams, and that's just my team. I love my team.
But can't you argue that's just Chicago's choice, bro, Claude, and it's not
No, it's
necessarily a
not.
trend in the league?
I could add more teams with these old players. If you want me to, I can.
No, I'll take your word for it. For brevity's sake, I'll take your word for it.
The Valkyrie disrespectful.
The Valkyrie's very disrespectful.
So with Fly J?
Listen.
And Suarez?
Okay. So my whole thing is this. My take. This has been the biggest purge in NW. Of course, we expect that, right? I said that earlier, right? This morning. I say I expected it to be cut, but I didn't think that good young talent will be getting done this way. Got what I'm saying? I didn't expect it. The evolution of it, and it makes me worry about the 2027, Jacob, the 2028, because of the way the purge has been this year. Has me concerned because the CBA is here, so you got a lot of old players. What me and Brooklyn was talking about, trying to hold on and get that bag, get the money that they feel like they deserve, and being a guard in a way, and not just leaving and just go away into the sunset. You did good. So they're purging to get those that last bag, that last couple years of money in the way of these young people, because it's only 210 jobs in the WNBA overall, including the fourth.
Can I give you a perfect example real quick?
Go ahead. You go. This me and you.
Tony Morgan and Vandersloot.
Yes, absolutely. Tony Morgan is better than Vandersloot at this point in her career. At 37, with Tina Charles leaving, I was not upset that Tina Charles left. I actually was glad. I was actually happy that she went on into the sunset. Not that she's bad. She was average. I said it already earlier. She was averaging 16 points. I didn't say that Tina Charles was a bad player. She's a historian. You can't all of it. But it's yep. I mean, goddamn, Lauren Betts is here. Kiki Efren is here. You got what I'm saying? The GOAT only 29 years old. She'll be 30, but the GOAT is 29 years old. She in the prime of her career. She just hit the prime at 29. So I'm just saying, man, it's a lot for me to unload on. I just, you 36, 37. See you later, alligator.
But let's hope all these players get picked up, though, bro. Claude, there is a chance, though, right?
It's a slim to none chance because it's only 2 developmental spots, brother. It's only 2. You ain't talking about, but I do got hope because it is a new D League or G League that they call it for the women. So I'm glad that that's starting out. But I think that these older players are in the way of the actual.
The W has always been a very, very hard league to make, and what you just said, the old folks brigade, they make it even harder because obviously, if you only have 150 or so slots, I know the number is
It's
probably
210. It's 210.
it's 210 now with the 15 teams.
Yeah.
Oh, because of the developmental spots.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just looking at the team itself, because if you're on developmental, you're not going to play much. You're not going to make much, right? Right or wrong?
Yeah, that's one I was gonna say too. 12
Yeah.
games.
So,
Taking 20 off is still 200. I mean 190.
okay, so that's the number now. Okay, so yeah, so it's a fight. So if you just take the old players that take half of that, you're only fighting for 100 spots if the old players grab that. That's why you have people like Alexis Morris from LSU and these people over all these years. Even Oldacre, right? Beers wasn't even originally drafted, right? She went to Connecticut. Oldacre got cut twice. I mean, so it's hard, man, because you would think anybody would want a 6'6" player, whether she's slow or not, with a big old behind and some big old shoulders that got some low post moves, but she can't shoot and her low post moves aren't good enough and she's not fast enough for her to get on the team. But common sense would say you would think she would get on some team because who wouldn't want 6'6", 200 and something pounds?
Absolutely. So I will go into that. That's my take, MSAO. It says the next one is the league more competitive this year compared to the preseason? I mean, the past seasons before. Is this year more competitive? I would say I'll give my take since I went last. I'll say that it's very much more competitive than it was prior in the last 10 years. I really do like that all of the teams have kind of like, it's been switcheroo. It's an evolving door, like I predicted it to be with CBA. Some people stayed, a lot of people left. And is it more competitive? Is the teams more even this year? Yes, it is. And I think a lot of people are going to be surprised.
But then you got teams like New York, who some way, somehow can stuff like $99 million players on their team, right, Wody?
Well, everybody took a pay cut to a certain extent, bro. And then there's other thing too. Remember, New York was good for scouting overseas and then stashing, like drafting them and stashing, not bringing them over. Now a lot of those players, like Anika Sotal, who's like 6'4".
So you guys are really good at that. Straight up, you guys are really good at finding foreign talent. I give y'all that.
Yeah, bro. Like again, and who knows if it's gonna shake out? But a lot of those foreign players are technically young rookies right now. Again, these are bench players, but hell, if you find like a hidden gem like Leonie Fibich, right? It's been a hidden gem for us so far, right? If Sotal shakes out, then we got Hanju, who was drafted. I mean,
how old is she?
6'11".
How old is she?
Hanju?
Yeah,
I think Han is like still like late 20s.
Okay.
Like mid to late 20s, right? So still. And whatever she's been doing, developing
her game, she got a nice little game.
Hell of a nice. And then it's the fact you're 6'11". If you are smart enough to if you're just smart enough to put your hand straight in the air when you're near the basket and you can make
somebody.
jump hook, who is guarding you? Who gonna guard you?
Well, I told Wody what I think about that, and he showed it showed when the Fever beat that ass. You got what I'm saying? It does not matter on the size with these teams. These teams, the talent has elevated, right? And just because you're tall, that don't mean Raven was eating their ass up. It was like night and day. So I mean, and it was a preseason. I take it that, Woody. I know you're gonna say preseason. It was a preseason game. My whole thing is,
yeah, you can't judge that though, because an experienced team
26
like New York, they're gonna play the new people, like Wodie's saying, just to see how they look.
Andrew is 20.
Bringing in all them, they ain't playing that much.
So the thing is that I don't know.
I unmuted my mic to say one thing.
Go ahead.
You breaking your own rule, bro, Claude.
My bad.
Yeah, he's interjecting with himself.
My bad. I was just,
You're not the only one.
I don't know. Anything, but I
don't know who's talking. Is it MSL? Is it Wody? I don't know who goes in.
It's actually Wody.
I'm joking. I'm muting my mic back.
Yeah, it's actually Wody. I just, Wody. My whole thing is that size. When I interjected was I apologize. The size. You with the size thing. That's not. I mean, they still not the number one team. But go ahead.
Oh, I mean, I'm not gauging it solely on the basis of size, let alone why they should be good. Because I know a lot of people are saying, hell, they might not be able to move, they might not be able to defend in space. But the coach that they got, Chris Dupree, I forgot his name, but who came from the NBA again. He's coach. If you can coach, you can coach, right? For some reason. Who's never been a head coach until last year, Natalie Nakase, people think she's one of the top coaches in the league because of what she's been able to do, right? For some reason, Carl Smeshko from FIU, who's never coached on a professional level, but in the colleges, a lot of people think he's a top level coach after seeing what his scheme looks like. You know what I mean? Think that, he's a top coach compared to some of these others who are in the league. And maybe some people feel the same way about Lynn Roberts and the Sparks. This man coming from the NBA, that's why I preface all that to say this man coming from the NBA in a system with one of the better teams of the last generation, the Golden State Warriors. The system, what they were running over there was so immaculate, bro. I don't know if he bringing that similar type of system, but the entire team for the Liberty, it sounds like Glaze. I apologize because it sounds like Glaze, but it is what it is. The entire team is tall and can shoot.
Wody, you stuck on one team.
Way about
I
man
said,
when their season started.
God damn it, Wody. I say, is the league more competitive compared to?
It's still gonna be 5 or 6 teams. 5 or 6 teams, right, bro, Claude? 5 or 6 teams. Yeah, it'll look good. I like what I'm gonna see out. I'm looking forward to watch the what's the team? Why I can't the Mystics. Sorry, I'm looking forward to watching what the Washington Mystics can be. Right, I don't know if they'll be.
Tiffy and Company called you out, Wody.
Tiffy and Co.
Yeah, check the chat.
What she said? Oh, yeah, I'm on my phone.
I can read it to you. She said, Wody, you missing that the Cassian call coach women before. NBA coaches don't translate well, so just look at Tyler Marsh and his little fat mush mouth behind.
Nate Tibbet did.
Fair enough.
Nate Tibbet did, though.
Not doing the fat mush mouth Marsh, by the way. She didn't.
Okay, Nate Tibbet did, though. I'm just saying. I could give one who's very successful.
So do you think? So do you think Bodie McBee? You're not gonna put it in a trick bag, Bodie, to get off your fucking long. You got 1 minute to answer this shit.
Please,
I said,
you're gonna have us up here till Saturday.
More competitive this year compared to the past season? Yes, and why?
Yes, I say yes. There's still gonna be like 3 or 4 bottom feeders, but yeah, I'd say yes overall. There's still gonna be a lot of good games. Maybe it might not be no team that be a clear cut number 1 top dog, because I think the Sparks will be competitive. Dream. Let me put it down like Aces, Dream, Liberty, Fever, Phoenix in some regards, the Mystics, and even maybe in some cases the Sun may be competitive because they got a lot of good defenders, and I like their coach and Layla Lacan and them. So you may have 7 teams that will be beating up on each other on a given night, in and out, right? Then your bottom feeders. So about 7, 8 of your teams, and that's more than half. That's more than 50% of the league. You know what I mean? It's going to be looking like something. I'd say yes, it's more competitive.
Okay. Go ahead, Brooklyn.
All right, so I've been speaking about this for the past couple of days, so I just got to reiterate what I've been saying. I think out of 15 teams, you got 13 competitive teams in this league. And obviously all 13 is not going to make the playoffs. And obviously 8 of those 13 is going to, make their mark and separate themselves. And then there's probably going to be a good top 3 that really solidify themselves as top of the pack. But I feel like throughout and the side point I want to make to your question, and this is something I've been saying, I think this is going to be a really good year for the WNBA for the simple fact that whenever you have blowouts, people don't really want to watch. Whenever you have games where you kind of know the outcome, people will tune in, but you're not really invested. When you have those close games and you got those competitive teams and teams is just fighting, even if you didn't show up to watch that team, the team that's competing against the team that you're watching, you're going to start to have your eye on them and be like, well, who's that? And who's this? And so it's going to start to build fan bases for other teams. If you a Caitlin Clark fan and you came to see Indiana play, if you were Asia fan and you came to see the Vegas play, if you were Alyssa Thomas fan and you came to see the Mercury play, whoever they playing against, as long as the games are competitive, and I hope they are, because the teams, the only thing that's separating some teams on the bottom that might make a difference, and we never know who's gonna have a magical season, but the teams on the bottom is youth. You know what I mean? You just got some players that just need to learn how to play together and learn how to win and learn how to become all-stars, right? And they got they got bright. A lot of these Mystics got a bright future. Connecticut got a bright future. A lot of these teams got bright. I even think Toronto Temple. I think people sleeping on them. I think with that coach again, with that coach Sandy Brondello, who knows how to win, with the 2 players that she have. Again, I said this before. They're not the same player, but they similar to the players she had before, right? So Marina Mabrey isn't Sabrina Escu, but similar play styles, right? And the same thing with what's her name? The other guard, I forget the name. Slim. I forget her actual name. Slim.
Brittany Sykes.
Yeah, Brittany Sykes. Brittany Sykes isn't Natasha Cloud, but similar, you know what I mean? Similar play styles as far as hard dog, And you can even say Brittany Sykes might be better in some aspects with her speed and ability to get to the rim and things of that nature at this point in her career. So that team, I think, is gonna struggle. I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoffs or anything like that. I just think that team has something to it where they can actually win games we don't think they can win, type of thing. So to wrap up my point is, I think it's 13 out of 15 teams, in my opinion, that's going to be competitive. And that's not to knock the 2 that I'm saying. The 2 that I'm saying is probably not going to be competitive is the Portland Fire and the Seattle Storm. The Seattle, and that's not because the Seattle Storm don't got talent. I just think they pieces all over the place right now. And once they figure out they pieces, I think they could even be a competitive team. But right now, those are the 2 worst teams I have. Everybody else, I think, got a shot. You know what I mean? Whatever that shot is, and obviously the cream is going to rise to the top. So I think this is going to definitely be a competitive season. It's going to be a fun season for every fan base. I think everybody that's a fan of a different team, you got a reason to root, right? You got a reason to say, I think my team could do X, Y, and Z. So I'm not mad at even like Chicago fans are still feeling like that team is going to be competitive. I feel like Chicago definitely got a shot to be competitive. It just has holes. If we looking at teams with objective eyes, is holes, and they would have to figure that out. But every team got its struggles. Even Atlanta, I feel like Atlanta bench could be better. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, every team has its things that they could get better at, but I do think that this is going to be a competitive year.
Go ahead,
I was
Jacob.
going to tell you be careful what you say about Claw with Chicago, but a minute ago he complained about the bunch of old folks there, but now you got
No,
to say that
I
and he
like
didn't
to
have a
be.
problem.
No, listen. One thing about me, MSL, which I like to be. You understand? And, and the thing is that I do think there's a lot of guards still in the game that need to not be in the game. Now, if you're 36, 37, 38, this ain't the time for Dana Taurasi stuff. This is a whole another era. You got what I'm saying? It's a new era. The old guard gotta, just keep it real, y'all. Just keeping it real. Go ahead, Jacob. Have your
What's the topic? Sorry, I'm losing my head after y'all talking.
okay. It
Talking to
says,
people.
is the league more competitive this year compared to last season?
I think y'all said yes to it, so I'm also gonna agree to it. Also, I didn't watch the previous season, so I don't have an opinion fully on it, but I'll say yes from basically the last 2 seasons I've seen.
So, all right. So, the next question, so I can get through this. MSL. Are we seeing a shift towards offense or defense in this league wide?
I mean, I think it looks like offense, especially if we're talking about the guards and the rule changes. Obviously, it's offense, but I still think that the forward, I mean, even though we call Asia a center, okay, the mobile bigs, that's the best way to say it. The mobile bigs will still dominate simply because they can do a little bit of both, right? They can do the shooting, they can do the ball handling, but at the same time, they can get on the block. They can get on the block and score. They can grab rebounds, push the ball up the court, and so forth like that. So I still think that forward will still be there. But yes, with the rule changes, it does slight more towards the offense. Oh, one thing real quick. Now, whether or not this is a preseason thing and the rest fall back into their old habits, that remains to be seen. Because sometimes that does happen. The league comes out with a rule change. They say do this, but it all depends on how the league enforces it. And no disrespect against the WNBA, but historically, they can't even get their refs together to be on one to call plays a certain way. So are they really going to get on them to do this? I guess if they want old girl to have a great year, that's possible that they may try to enforce this stuff. But so far, they haven't shown the ability to collectively referee the way they should the last several years. So, but we'll see. But for now, for the preseason, it looks like the offense may go up.
Bodie Mac.
I'll say this the officiating is gonna the change in officiating is gonna make it seem that it is a more offensive skewed game, and I just hope though that some of the OG fans don't understand and realize that yes, because we played ball that way, even me myself, with a little bit of handsy, just call it physical, you know what I mean? And we love to see the
Nothing wrong with a little bit of handsy, right, Rody?
I mean, I've never been handsy in my life, pause. You know what I'm saying? But just because some of our all-time greats have overcome that and looked amazing doing it, like it's Jordan's come to mind, the Dr. J's and the Colbs of the world come to mind, they overcome it, right? This rule that has always been a rule that has been on the books for the most part. It's just the enforcement of it has been either lax or over the top. The NBA, they kind of see like an over the top enforcement at times of it, and even sometimes phantom calls is never going to necessarily always be perfect, right? But they still, for the big girls in the paint still going to kind of be able to do what they do. They're going to be drawing a lot of fouls. The big girls, like you saw, like all them fouls.
One time for the big girls.
Yeah, Asia Wilson was drawing all them fouls. The big girls was drawing in the paint. They it may look nasty at times, but it just because I heard the comment, it's not just skewed for one person. A lot of people are going to benefit from that. And then the more skilled defenders those Drew Holiday types of the world, so on and so forth.
Dejan
Brittany
and Carrington, you ain't got to
still, Jackie Young's, they're still gonna be the Raven Johnson right now, even with what they're showing in preseason. Yeah, she shows she's still the way that she can defend, trail, get block you over the top, pick your pocket. Look at all the little stuff she does that still is amazing without hacking and holding. Come on, son. The real good defenders, those people who are actually good defenders, are now going to start eating. Well, there ain't too many people who can elevate and that quick with their hands like Raven Johnson and Brittany Sykes and so on and so forth. And Jackie. But hey, I digress.
Go ahead.
Offense.
Go ahead, Brooklyn.
I mean, it depends. Is everybody gonna play the Caitlin Clark defense?
Shots fired.
We ain't saying no names.
I don't know what
fired.
Saying no name. Okay.
I'm just joking. He was talking about Raven Johnson. It was like I had to do. All right. So this, first of all, before I get started, I just want to say in the chat and anybody on the panel, who playing Arc Raiders tonight?
Who? What?
I'm
all right. Never mind.
Somebody's typing. Is that you, Jacob? You typing?
Yeah, that's me typing. What's up?
Yeah, we can hear it. We can hear it.
Okay. Let me mute myself.
All right, so now I'm just joking around. My actual take is this. Honestly, I don't really notice a difference between offense and defense, which one is being more focused upon. But I will say this: I think the teams that does have a focus on defenses are the ones that's going to rise to the top, right? My issue, again, everybody know I'm an Angel Reese fan, so I was a Chicago Sky fan for the past 2 years, and our defense the first year was not too bad. It could have been better, right? But our defense the second year under Tyler Marsh was terrible, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that he grows in that area, but and that's what I'm saying. My experience is from in the WNBA anyway. Obviously, I've been watching basketball my whole life, but the teams that focus on defense, even though teams is probably trying to score more and you're trying to, we talked about certain top heavy teams that have, 2 and 3 all-star players on their team. The teams that focus on defense is going to be the ones that rise to the top.
Okay. Baby Jacob.
Is he back?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Are we seeing the shift towards offense or defense?
Shift towards. I feel like we're probably going to see more towards an offensive league wise, honestly, because I think they're scoring more points. But I might be wrong on that, to be honest with you.
My take on it. This 15.
Bro, Claude, you cutting in and out. We can't hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now? Everybody?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I think that thank you too, Eagle. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the fun, bro, Claude. I appreciate you, Eagle. You the man. I would say this. I got 2 more subjects, y'all. 2 more questions, and then I'm gonna end it on Marcellus Wiley, and then we're gonna get up out of here. But I will say that it's leaning towards offense, but I hope they have better referees. I'm with MSL with that, with the refereeing. I hope that we have fixed that problem in the league, and I see it leaning towards more of an offensive game. But the defensive players is definitely going to eat, because a lot of these teams are set upon the score and put that ball in the hoop. My next question, second to last question. Which rookie is going to have its biggest impact, and what rookie do you see maybe have a shot at Rookie of the Year?
Does it always start with me, bro, Claude, or anyone can answer this?
No, I'm going to start with Brooklyn.
For me, there's two players that come to mind. So this is not going to be an answer that I feel definitive. Right now, I'm going to have to watch to see how the season plays out. But Flau'jae Johnson and Olivia Miles both are in perfect positions to win Rookie of the Year. And
Who the hell clapping? That's you,
like I
Broco?
said,
Yep.
Seattle could be scary because the way I don't know if y'all been watching Flau'jae. She looks better than she looked at LSU. And some players is like that. Some players is like once they get to the pros, their game's unlocked.
Ooh.
So I don't. And then Olivia Miles is just running that offense, man. And then the more comfortable she get, we don't watch Olivia Miles for, well, not 5 years. She was hurt a couple of the years, but we know what Olivia Miles' game looked like when she get comfortable in the offense. So, you know, a full season of both of them doing what they do, it's gonna come. That's gonna be the race down the stretch. I think AZ is gonna have a good season, but we already like most of us who know basketball understand AZ's game. She's gonna have nights where she struggle because it's gonna be times where they just hone in on her and not let her get open, so she's not gonna be able to shoot the ball like she wants. And then it's gonna be other nights where she dropped 30, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, so hype." So I don't really see her lead in the race. She'll probably be in the race. I don't see her leading the race. My favorite rookie, I don't even know when she's coming over. I think our fam is the best player in this draft, but you know, from what I've seen her do against competition overseas. So if she comes over and she's able to play, I don't know if she'll be in a Rookie of the Year race. I think she has the most talent and the most potential. So we'll see. But again, that's if she comes over and when she comes over. So I gotta say Flau'jae and Olivia Miles.
MSL.
I mean, even though I have League Pass and I tried to watch Minnesota because there's so many games and they're all 2 hours.
Yes.
So I'm going to put a twist on this. I'm going to say
Mhm.
Flau'jae and Betts.
Okay, that's a good pick. I can't argue with that. I can't. Why?
Because Betts looked confident. She looked mobile enough. I mean, we were all calling her Frankenstein and Lurch, but she looked I mean, granted, it's preseason. They're not scheming against you. You're not playing a 44-game season where you're
Really,
tired.
MSL,
You're
not to
not
cut you off really
sure.
quick, just to let you know, she's not going to be starting. So unless they trade Shakira
Yeah,
Austin,
Shakira, right.
yeah, they said
Yeah,
that
Shakira's
Shakira going
supposed
to be
to
starting. I just
start.
wanted to let you know that, but that's it.
No, I appreciate it. But I'm just gonna throw her out there regardless of whether or not Shakira gets hurt because she did look good. Cody, the 2 games that I've seen, I really, she's still learning. She still has some challenges at that size playing that position in the
Mhm.
pros. But Lauren Betts at this stage looks a bit more comfortable in their offense than Cody does. Like you just said, Brooklyn, Flau'jae looks very comfortable. Olivia Miles, I really haven't had a chance to watch her play. That's the only reason why I'm not saying it's her. I did see AZ play. I also agree with what you said with AZ. Sometimes she looks really good with that quick release. Other times when she puts the ball on the floor, she looks good. Other times she puts the ball on the floor, she looks like it's not really her bag. It's her thing. And obviously no one is playing defense against her like that yet because no one's showing their hand in preseason. So and then we also have the elephant in the room, Arike. What's going to happen with Arike? Because I think the game we saw last was Odyssey Sims, it was AZ, and it was Paige. What's Arike going to do? I think that's going to determine, unfortunately, a lot of AZ's fate this year.
Yeah, baby Jacob.
Bro, God, y'all really want to hear my takes on this? Because y'all are gonna crash out.
Go ahead and say Raven
You can pick
Johnson.
some player we're not even thinking of.
Go ahead. You might even say it. Go. It's your opinion. Nobody's wrong. It's your opinion,
I
man.
mean, I got cooked for my first opinion.
Oh, you got that crazy girl that lit up Chicago. That's who you gonna pick?
Oh no, shit, no. Hey, that's my girl, but no.
Oh, okay. Just check it.
Shout out USC though. But anyway, I got 2 candidates here. One's a very dark horse, and one for Rookie of the Year. Lauren Betts, and y'all gonna kill me. Oh, I can't say that. Y'all gonna unalive me for this one. Kiki motherfucking Rice. As a dark horse.
That's not a bad pick.
And no, bro called underlined me last time for it.
I think the problem, again, and I love Kiki Rice as a player. I love Lauren Betts as a player. Neither one of them starting. So it's going to be hard. Like, unless they start starting. Rookie of the year is based on stats.
Hold on.
So in Toronto, Ollie Juliman is going to be the PG.
Shit.
Brittany Sykes is going to be the shooting guard, and Marina Mabry going to be the 3. But I do like Kiki Rice, and I like Lauren Betts. You need stats to win Rookie of the Year. This is not a best player on the best team award. This is a stat award. So.
Broclaw did give us a rookie we like and one that would win. So I guess I just picked Betts for the one.
I like Betts. That's a great pick if she was starting. Betts is a great pick. I like Betts, and I like Kiki too. I like both of them. But are they gonna have the minutes? That's my only concern. But I like both of them as picks.
Brooklyn.
Who's the other one, Jacob?
Go ahead, Edmund. What did you say?
Who's the other one?
I think Lauren Betts and Kiki.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you
I
did.
don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with. I ain't gonna kill you, but you know they.
Brooklyn, I want to ask Brooklyn this. Brooklyn, so can you name me the starting lineup for Washington Mystic? I just want to hear.
So it's gonna be Georgia Amore.
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be Sonia Citron.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
gonna be Michaela Onyewere.
Yes.
I don't know about that one, but okay, go on.
They have so let me tell you why. And even if you don't like as a player, if you was a GM and you paid the player your vet, maybe the second most. I don't know what Shakira might be the most highest paid, but she the second highest paid on your team. You gonna bring on your bench?
Well, if you're talking about money wise,
that's what I'm saying.
I see your point.
You see what I'm saying? She's the her and Shakira is the 2 veterans on that team. They not bringing her off the bench.
Yeah, that's
the only way she's gonna come off the. And I'm not saying she's the most talented. I like a lot of those guards that's in Washington. But what I'm saying is the only way she come off the bench if for whatever reason she's playing terrible and a rookie take her spot. But she's gonna have that starting position first, and then Kiki Rice and Kiki Arifin, and then Shakira Austin. But I think Lauren Betts. I don't think it's smart for them to keep Shakira Austin. I don't think Lauren Betts is a bench player in my opinion. I think she's ready now, so I would start her. But so I would trade Shakira Austin. Same thing with Cody. I like Cody McMahon. She could start at the 3. You really if I'm the Mystics,
you not starting.
What I do is I dangle Shakira Austin. I try to trade Shakira Austin and Michaela Onyewere by the deadline because they got enough. They got players who could start right now, unless you want them for the experience. I do understand that.
Players.
Hey, wait, Brooklyn, hold on. Cody McMahon's also part of my Rookie of the Year thing. But anyway, I'm gonna say this: and Brocon might kick me off the panel for this one. I'm not gonna lie; he might kick me off the panel, and I see him smiling. I'm taking Cody McMahon over Michelle Onyewere.
But anybody would do that as far as potential because we already
Cody
know
is
where
nice.
Michaela is.
Cody still need to develop a 3-point shot, but she's nice. So I think it's still development there. So she could still come on, she could still learn.
Because Michaela do nothing with Chicago, so that's not saying much. And we all like Cody, so that's not even an argument. But obviously if she's not ready, she's not ready. And if Michaela can kind of like ease you into it, and then Cody can kind of like come in the middle towards the end of the season or next season, that's a different argument. But obviously if they're starting Michaela and Cody is not playing as much, because she's a nice bowling pin when she's going up and down the court, but kind of like Brooklyn said, but in a half court set, she's not really, she's not really there yet. But we'll see. But Michaela didn't do much either, so I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna say this real quick before I bring it back to Brooklyn. Can I wait, Brokaw? Do you want me to go? Okay. Thanks. Okay, my bad. I'm gonna say this to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, I believe Kiki Rife will start for Toronto before the All-Star break.
I hope so. I wouldn't be mad at it. I think she's good enough to start. I just know how the WNBA is with vets. Like they really make it hard on the rookies to start in WNBA. But listen, Kiki Rice is talented enough to be a starter. Yeah. And also I want to say to you, Jacob, and also all of the Caitlin Clark fans and the NFL fans in the chat. I be joking around. Don't take me serious, man. I fuck with Caitlin Clark. I just like to troll sometimes. I was like, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really care about the best talent or whatever that question was. So I said I'm gonna have fun with it. So I fuck with Caitlin.
All right. Listen, Wody Mac, question. Rookie, the biggest ceiling. Who was going to be the rookie of the year in the biggest?
Oh, that's the question. The biggest ceiling and rookie of the year. Those could be two different things. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, biggest city. I thought, yeah, because I heard the question. I'm at work
that was
too.
That was the whole question. I read it as.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a good question.
Damn, biggest ceiling. That does kind of our fam then. Our fam, bro.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my Lauren Betts, Flaje Jenkins. Okay.
Because the girl got footwork, the girl can shoot, and the girl has decent handling with inside of the arc, can handle the ball decently inside. Like I seen her doing some even in the FIBA games. Some of her shots came like she'd get inside of the arc and do like a step back mid range from the nail from the elbow. You know what I mean? And hitting that mud. You know what I mean? Plus, along with the fact that she's athletic and a decent shot blocker with her height, then yeah, if she pans out alongside what you next to another tall 6'6" talent who have high hopes for, yeah, Seattle could be looking great. And then y'all got flaws. So basically, Seattle has both potential rookie of the year. Because again, I don't know. I think the potential rookie of the year then is probably in Seattle. Because if they both play, they both probably gonna look good. The numbers gonna probably look good. I don't know how much they're gonna win though.
All right, I will go. The reason that I clapped with what Brooklyn said, I see both of those with high ceiling and everything. So I'm talking about Flaje Johnson and Olivia Miles, and I think that they're going to make the biggest impact on their team. Now, to let you guys be aware that Flaje Johnson's coach said that she has the ultimate green light. Do you understand what that means for Flaje Johnson?
Did she say that?
Yes. It's on
bro, Paul, just to correct you real quick, her name isn't Flaje Johnson no more. It's Category 4.
Okay, Category 4. Yes, sir. So,
I get it.
So the thing is that she has, so MSL, I know you ain't been watching, but you know, I put it on my video for Flaje. She has the
always try to play me, bro, Claude. I mean, God, sheesh, man. He's like, I know you watching. You sneak dissing.
I know
Hey, I just remember it's Category 4 and Minnesota Miles.
Watching my videos, brother.
Minnesota Miles is crazy.
I work hard to give MSL this information on these other teams. Anyway.
Jacob, we could comment on his videos 90 times, and the one video he put out that you don't see, he'd be like, I know you won't be watching. Like,
you do be commenting on my you be in my inbox.
Bro, Flo, you heard me?
What you say, brother?
Don't forget, it's Category 4 and Minnesota Miles.
Right, Minnesota. No, I can't give it that. It's Magic.
Yeah.
It's
ain't no way.
Olivia Magic Miles.
No, I'm not giving you no. I'm not giving you that one either, bro.
This for the last
call her Magic, bro, Claude?
For the last 2 years. I've been telling y'all what I think for the last. Y'all don't be.
Hey, listen, if y'all want to talk about nicknames, I got a video. I got a thumbnail put up. I just ain't put it out. Guess what my Angel Reese and Ryan Howard nickname is?
What is it?
AR-15.
Oh, that's cold.
10 and 5.
Ryan Howard number is 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I was bad at math, but I kind of figured it out. But, you know.
So okay, let me elaborate a little bit. When you look at rookies, you look at ready to go. There was no doubt that when you saw Caitlin and Angel, they was ready to go. No matter what translated, whatever translated for them, they used it the best of their ability and came in the game, and was known for whatever translated early. Okay, now with Olivia Miles, we've already seen a couple games. We saw that the coach came up on the stand and said, Cheryl Reeves said that no disrespect to Courtney Williams. I'm telling you this what Cheryl Reeves said, MS. She said, I have the ultimate respect for Courtney Williams, but Olivia has the generational talent to change the trajectory of any offense ever to be played.
Cheryl Reeves said that?
Yes.
Generational, I don't know about that.
Hey, I'm not the one that said it.
I know,
MSL, right. MSL asked me where did it come from. Cheryl Reeves, her coach, said she's not disrespecting court. She said it before she said it. She said she's not disrespecting Courtney Williams, but her thoughts about Olivia Miles was that she is not only ready, she's the future of her offense, and she could go to any team and be able to translate the gift that she has. So
well,
go ahead.
I'm glad she said that if she did, because we'll see. Because when you look at Olivia Miles' game, you know, the first thing you say is great passer, great pusher in transition. Her shot, her shot leaves something to be desired. Her competitive nature under duress, she's competitive under the duress, may leave something to be desired. Some people feel she's a little soft, and they also feel she may be a little light in the butt. So
yeah,
for her to say that, that's great, but we still need to see when the real bullets start flying, because they can say anything during preseason. When people start scheming against you, they're physical against you unless the refs blow the whistle a lot more. People stay in front of you, they growling at you, they acting like they need a meal just to beat you off the dribble or something because they don't make the kind of money you do, I mean, or what some other players do. I mean, it's a whole different ball game. I mean, these are real women with real lives, you know, with real mouths.
MSL.
No, I'm here. Sorry.
She not Kaylin, bro.
Look, I don't want to diss Olivia. I'm trying to be nice,
bruh.
I don't even know. I don't even know what he means, because I was gonna agree to one point, right? You can be considered one of the greatest, and people do this all the time. You could be considered one of the greatest at your position and never win nothing, but you put up the numbers, right? People consider John Stockton in some regards. Okay, yes, Magic Johnson. Sorry,
he had the numbers.
One of the greatest point guards of all time with winning
the same
nothing.
Of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, he ran into Michael Jordan.
Winning nothing, not winning. Not Nathaniel ain't win Nathaniel. Most of the time we put the championships ahead. But hey, if sometimes the eye test does lie. But
who you talking about, Magic Johnson? Who you talking about?
No, I was about to say John Stockton, considered one of the greatest point guards of all time.
No, I ain't.
I know. I forgot where I was at. I know y'all gonna say Magic. I know y'all would say Magic.
No. We were going off of what Cheryl Reeves said.
But going off of what Cheryl Reeves said, yes, with Olivia. Hence why I said that in regards to Olivia. She ain't showed nothing yet, but generally after a season or two, you seeing what people's production is looking like and what the numbers is looking like. Hell, yes, she probably could be in that type of conversation according to what she does on the court without actually winning a thing.
Right. I'm not going to, you know what I mean?
I don't want to get Bro Claude mad.
Right. No, I'm going to wait. No, I'm going to wait.
What happened when her ex-teammate come next year? Is she going to blow her out the water?
That ain't going to never happen. But anyway.
What are you talking about?
Because the thing is
Notre Dame. Hannah Hidalgo.
So the thing is this.
And a tornado Hidalgo.
Let me tell you this.
Hurricane Hidalgo.
Two different players, two different types of IQ. Okay. When you
Well,
talking about
Hidalgo ran her off that Notre Dame team because she was soft.
that,
I
Hannah
think
was a dog.
you
She was a
can't.
chihuahua.
that's not. Hold on. I got it, Brooklyn. I got it.
And
I
you
wasn't. I
up
was
there
not. I
with
got
wasn't
it.
gonna
me, so you
talk
know
long.
what
I
I'm
was just
saying
gonna.
is
I
true.
got it. Got it.
I got it.
That's funny.
Hold on a second. I got it.
Yeah, the little chihuahua bit
No.
the
Listen,
imposter
no.
cane
This
Corso.
was no. Coach Neil Ivy got her to leave. Coach Neil Ivy had a problem in the locker room. That's all you got to do, brother. I got the videos to go up so you could. I gave the report, and everybody that's been with me from the beginning and know what I'm talking about.
And who was it between, bro, Claude?
Coach Neil Ivy, no, the whole team. The
Yeah, they
whole team.
sided with Hidalgo.
Everybody left. No, they didn't side with the Hidalgo. That the team left, MXL. They had nobody. This was a new team that played this year. Did you know that?
Yes.
Okay, then. It's a
And guess
reason
what?
why people get away from you when they're the coach favored.
So you think that,
Hannah.
right?
So Noel
He sided with
Ivy,
Hidalgo and not with Miles. Is
she
that
was
correct?
it's the NI all be all, and this is why they did not go to the finals. Okay, you cannot do that. You
But
have
bro, Claude, but wasn't part of the problem was when they weren't playing well, and I'm trying to be as nice as possible, Hannah Hidalgo was in that craw of Olivia Miles, and she didn't know how to deal with it.
no. See, no, MSL. How many games? Hannah Hidalgo lost more games without Olivia Miles than Olivia Miles. She didn't lose not
No, that's
one
not what I
without Hannah
said.
Hidalgo.
What
No,
I said was when they were on the same team playing, right? I
that's
think
what
when
I'm talking about. When they was on the same team, when Hannah was out, Olivia Miles lost no games.
That's fair. But what I'm saying
But
is, didn't the little Chihuahua Hidalgo, didn't she make a long story short, wasn't she kind of like bossing around Miles? Yes or
no,
no, bro Club?
no.
So why
Olivia
did she
Miles
leave?
wasn't going at it. You're not
No, you said
listening.
Neil Ivy. I heard that.
Their coach.
I don't think. I mean, this is a relevant conversation because they both are good guards. It ain't like one is better than. It ain't like one got to be scared of the other. They play differently, but they both like gonna be successful in the W.
Yeah, no, I ain't. I'm trying to. I'm just trying to give my brother some insight. So Notre Dame is one of my teams. So I'm just letting you know what happened. I've never left, and Hannah Hidalgo is one of my players. So I'm gonna tell you, just like Enrique Gumawala ain't one of my players. And
So tell us what happened, bro Club. Straight up, no chaser. Tell us.
Don't
what happened.
sugarcoat it.
Neil Ivy favored Hannah Hidalgo and wanted it to be end all be all Hannah Hidalgo. Okay, it's all right for coaches to want that type of thing for a player, but this is not a one and done type of situation for women's college basketball. You have a 4-year regimen and they can't leave college until they're 22 years old. So what do you have to do? Instead of having a end all be all, because you're not going to be able to do that. Even I said this with Juju, and I hope USC fix that problem. That you cannot win with an end all be all player. It's not going to ever happen. It won't happen, and it can't happen in college women's basketball. You have to have a solid team, and what she did not only was disrespectful for Olivia Miles and pulling her out, but I told everybody that Olivia Miles was going to go to TCU and be successful. And she did. She was successful.
You also said they were going to win the Big 12, and they didn't.
So Hannah Hidalgo did have success. I'm not saying that. But one being better than the other, they play two different types of games. Now, for as awareness is concerned, MSL, Olivia Miles' IQ is better than Hannah Hidalgo. Why? Because Hannah Hidalgo has the Caitlin Clark effect of turnovers. You can't be good and turning over the ball like that. You can't. You
Westbrook.
Right. Russell Westbrook. Okay.
Oh, I'm saying Westbrook is good and he turned the ball over. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying but he's still not good because he didn't.
Are these dead or live turnovers?
He ain't won shit. What has he won? Wody with turning the fucking ball over? Nothing. He fell short each and every time. You have to have, in order for me as a point guard, which she's not. She's a 2 guard. She's not a point guard. She's 5'10", everybody thinks she's 5'6", 5'7". She's not. Hannah Hidalgo is 5'10".
She's 5'10". Have you been next to her?
Yeah, she's 5'10".
She's not 5'10".
Hannah Hidalgo 5'6", bro. Come on.
But I'm just saying that's what they got the write up is. Okay. I don't know.
I never heard nobody say she was 5'10".
No.
Here we go. Okay. Here you go, real quick, so I can pull it up. I know I have to be doing my research. All right, Hannah Hidalgo.
5'10".
I told y'all. These are my players.
You know, if you wrong, this.
But you know, sometimes they be fudging the numbers. They be fudging the numbers.
What does it say, Jacob? As a junior, she was 5'7". They got her as 5'7" in her height. Okay.
Okay, 5'7" is closer to 5'6".
Yeah.
Not 5'10".
5'7", 5'10".
No. There's no such thing as 5'7", 5'10", especially with women. You 5'7",
5'7", not 5'10". She's 5'7". Olivia Miles is 5'10". Is that correct?
Yeah, you just got them confused.
You never said Olivia Miles. You said Hannah Hidalgo.
I got them confused, but see how MSL know what I was talking about? You trying to go on a mistake.
I just didn't want to slay you at the moment, bro.
Right.
But yeah, but I get it.
Olivia Miles is 5'10". Hannah Hidalgo is 5'7".
There we go.
You have two different types of players. One player that can run an offense, have a high IQ, and do whatever. You got the little girl, the little small little
Wait a minute. The little girl without the IQ. Is that where we're going with this, bro, Claude?
Nah.
We know who you like.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God, bro, Claude.
I love Hannah.
I want to add this caveat though, that we're giving high praise to Olivia Miles, who also ain't won nothing.
Can I finish? I love Hannah once again, but Hannah was the problem. She, first of all, the cancer started when she went rainbow shaming.
Now she's a cancer?
Rainbow shaming. Yeah, she put that in there. She said,
when she did that. Yeah, I remember what she did.
That broke up the locker room during that season. That's what happened. You want to know what happened?
Miles was dating Maddie or somebody, right?
At the time. And she said, she put out that hit.
Yeah, I be knowing the tea, bro, Claude. I just don't talk about it. But
about the gay people. Okay, you don't fucking do that, especially during the season. And you're trying to go somewhere, and you know that Olivia Miles' sexuality and Hannah and Maddie Westbell's sexuality. You know that. You know what that is. So why are you speaking on it? And then, of course, Neil Ivory, of course, we know she's a born-again Christian, and you know what her son is, of course, right? We know what that was. The favoritism was there. It was outward. I don't think that no one, because of whoever you sleep with, that's who you sleep with. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's just who it is. You got what I'm saying? It has no place. And she broke up the locker room with that statement and blew it to pieces. On top of the fallout, MSL, to let you know, Hannah Hidalgo got injured after that statement, okay? Because God works in a whole nother mysterious way.
I remember.
She was out for 4 consistent games. Olivia Miles did not lose one. But when Olivia went out the same season for 2 games, Hannah Hidalgo won 1 and lost 1. Okay? So they record at that time, the loss that Hannah Hidalgo lost was a in league loss that she lost against one of the one that was in the same league with them, and that made them go lower than what they were supposed to be, and so on and so on. I'm gonna get up off of the subject. I just think that Olivia Miles needed to get out of that situation. She was not treated right as a senior, and she was pulled out of games when her defense. Neil Abbey tried to blame it on her defense, and she proved at TCU she was the number one in steals. She was the number one in passing. She was the number one in scoring. She did all of the intangibles. What we knew that Mark was gonna be able to pull up out of her. She had a great season, and everything that Neil Ivey said that Olivia Miles was lacking, Olivia Miles showed what she had. She became a great prospect for the draft. She never dropped. She never dropped and was number 2. She went up a notch. Number 2 pick overall with Cheryl Reeves, and Cheryl Reeves came on to rectify whatever Neil Ivey was saying or showing that she was lacking in defensive play or not able to be the player that Hannah Hidalgo, even though there are two different types of players and 2 different types of IQs. Hopefully, Hannah Hidalgo will correct some of those things. But what I will say is that
I think I know where you're leaning with this, bro, Claude.
Go ahead.
But my question is, did you always feel this way about the 2 before Hidalgo made this comment, or it's Hidalgo's comments that made you kind of lean towards Miles?
Yeah.
I felt that way already.
Because some people will tell you, except for height, that Hidalgo is just flat out better.
No, I felt that Olivia Miles was the better point guard. It was never a time that I wanted Hannah Hidalgo to handle the ball. I still wanted her to be the 2. Always. Because she don't have the handles. We already know that, right? We can really profess that she don't have Olivia Miles' game. I don't want her to be Olivia Miles. I want her to be Hannah Hidalgo. I want Olivia Miles to be Olivia Miles. But Olivia Miles, when you think of her, you think of a woman's professional, you think of Chelsea Gray.
Mark that for another discussion we could all have. I'm sure the panel would love to have.
We about to get up out of here. We about to this. I wanted to talk about Mr. Marcus Wiley. We'll get to talk about him tomorrow. But for the chat information, I said hate. That's a strong word. I hate.
Well, you got the ladies in the audience. They're back, so they would like this discussion. If you hate for 20 minutes.
I hate that men manipulate women and women's game. I hate when men that's misogynistic use our authoritative position that God did give us for bullshit. Excuse me. Angel has nothing to do with what this man was talking about on his channel. Angel Reese is one of the most prolific players that I've ever seen, most impactful player that I've ever seen coming out rookie year and busting ass. Okay, you have no right to put her, especially what she's going through. Okay, I'm not saying that she's the greatest ever since sliced bread. No, that's cap. No, she's not. Do she have work to do? Hell fucking yeah, she got work to do. But is she's the worst of what they trying to display? No, she's not. Will she be one of the greatest? I believe so. She's on the similar trajectory that Candace Parker and the GOAT is right now, has been right now. So, you know, when people do these type of manipulative things and put out their hit pieces on Angel, but God, I told y'all that SA thing that he got going on. Yeah, Wiley, yeah, clip this. The SA thing that you got, I hope that you get what you asked.
Is that against a young lady or a man?
I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't got allegedly. I don't know. Allegedly, we people need to seek it out. I'm not giving that. I don't. He ain't finna be coming up on him. I'm just saying he got a court case with SA. That's what I do know. Okay, so hey.
Well, I
Hmm.
think
Interesting.
the problem with these sort of things is that, and we're going to try to make this as brief as possible, but I've never seen people psychoanalyze preseason games the way they have. But of course, it's only done when Angel Reese is involved. I mean, I actually read an article. I forgot the paper it was. It was one of those sub papers, and they actually said, "Oh, well, she shot 42% in the last game. So I know Carl Smesco wants to get her all involved in the offense. Well, maybe he should wait." And I'm saying to myself, so you're saying this based off of being 3 for 7 in the last game versus 4 for 7. So that coast to coast layup that she missed, as she would have, which rolled in and rolled out, that coast to coast when she stole the ball, went coast to coast up the right sideline, went to the basket, it rolled out because somebody flashed in front of her. So if she would have made that, she'd have been 4 for 7. So then it would have been okay. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, so you know better than the coach of that team, because essentially what he was saying was the coach said, I want to use her all over the court, but he's like, hey, don't rush her. Like, this is crazy because, with all due respect to Wody Mack, Sabrina Ionescu shot 40% last year. If she would have missed 10 shots in the preseason, would anyone had said anything? They would have just said, okay, she missed 10 shots in the preseason. What's the big deal? But this all stuff is coordinated, though, bro, Claude, because you're right. I noticed that all the paid Clark channels and people like Marcellus Wiley and all these, they all started coming out with articles, not articles, they all started coming out with videos talking about shooting percentage. And I'm sitting here like, okay, we're in a preseason game. Who cares? Right? I mean, I think that same game, I think Ryan, one of the starters shot 0, right? They were 0 for whatever. I think Alicia was 2 for whatever. Who cares? It's preseason. Who cares? Alicia herself said they use it for cardio. I think Cameron Brinks had 0 points and 4 turnovers in one of
Yeah,
her
you're
games.
correct. You're correct.
And I think, and we all know that Cece was 2 for 10 her first preseason game. So the only thing I ask people
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
why are you talking about this person, but you're not talking about that person? Because that's how you know it's not fair and it's stupid. Because why aren't you talking about JC Sheldon and what she did, right? She was the 5th pick in 2024. Why aren't you talking about Cameron Brink? Why aren't you talking about Aaliyah Edwards? Why aren't you talking about Caitlin Clark? It's just stupid. It's just dumb. And I know we get tired of talking about this. And for the most part, when I first heard about it, I said, I'll just ignore this. Who cares? He's an idiot. You're not going to get into it. But the part we should know is how they move and how they roll. And that's what I saw. Like, they just move into place. And the funny thing was, most of the videos were about Kiki. So, which tells me they had already decided to make this decision the day before or several days before, because all the videos were about Kiki. And Kiki, as y'all know, got 4 fouls by the first half and
Yeah.
three fouls in the first quarter. So she didn't really do anything against Angel, but they had it set up for Kiki. So that lets you know it was done in advance and it was planned. So it's sad, and I'm not going to get too much into it because I know it's late, but
Yeah.
it's just an internet dirty campaign that they've had against Angel since she came in the league in 2024. That's funded. That's funded. But we can get into the details another time. But I saw it, bro, Claude. I didn't watch the video. I just I didn't, because I wasn't giving them clicks, but I
No,
did go in the comments and give Marcellus a piece of my mind if he or anyone else is going to read it.
yeah, he, he's a very sassy man. He's a very sassy guy. To be a football player, he wasn't that good. You wasn't that good, bastard.
Well, he was from Columbia, so I mean,
You know what I mean? You just wasn't that good, and you don't have a right to speak about the ladies. You have a right because it's
and
America.
they don't
Say
watch the
whatever you.
sport. No, that's the biggest
But
part.
he didn't
All
even
these
know.
guys, they
He
don't
didn't
watch the
know who
sport.
Kiki Efren was.
Yeah, they don't
Curiosity.
watch the sport.
He did not know who Kiki Efren was. He say that girl that's sticking her, whoever it is, she was
Yeah, they
having.
don't watch the sport.
He didn't even know. He say that girl, whoever she was, was having a.
So
You know
you're
what I mean?
And that's what Marcellus does, bro, Claude. He only comments when it's Angel, but any other time he never talks about women's basketball. So that's how you know these people are either
Because he's a
dumb,
pig.
they're on payroll, or they
He's a bum.
misogynist or racist
No,
or
he's a
sexist,
bum.
because they never talk about women's basketball any other time unless it's to knock or to diss Angel. And that's very, very sad. Because if Angel wasn't as strong as she was, if she wasn't the type of person she was, this girl would be in mental health and in therapy all the time because of the way they treat her and what they do to her. And it's just wrong. Yes, she lives a great life. She lives a wonderful life. You know, she's beautiful, she's charismatic, she's great, all this other stuff. That's fine. But what if she didn't have the mental capacity that she does? She could be
Right.
someone that would be totally afraid of herself, because every time you turn and look in
You
the
turn
corner, you
around,
put up
this
a
guy.
rock.
I mean, they
There's
have
somebody
something to
saying something
say.
crazy about you, trying to
Somebody
make
saying
and trying to
something real
humiliate you.
crazy all the time. Like, God damn, let the girl. She just want to play basketball. Leave
Yeah.
the girl alone. God damn.
But Cameron Brinks can score 0 points
0.
with 4 turnovers in an
And
idiot
5
preseason
fouls.
game. And I actually searched that, y'all. I actually searched that.
No, she got
No
5 fouls.
results. I actually had to put in Cameron Brinks scored 0 points to get the result. But when I just typed in Cameron Brinks terrible game, it didn't
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah,
You just gotta type
I
it- you just gotta
understand.
type
I don't want to dismiss anyone's feelings on how we are covering sports in today's world, but I will highlight one thing, and all of y'all are aware of this according to how y'all watch sports, ESPN, so on and so forth. Certain players get talked about, and when I say talked about, like they're the Dallas Cowboys are always on ESPN and Fox, even though ain't won nothing like that. The LeBron James is always a type of conversation. SGA, Jokic, Giannis, certain players always get that
Sure.
special consideration, right? My boy Jalen Brunson though will go on a scoring streak of 30 something crazy, and only maybe because it's close to playoff time, or maybe it's the Knicks. He might be a topic of conversation, but they really don't talk about Brunson. But he's one of the best guards in the league. It's use that same consideration for the women's game. We can go off and we can have a whole segment, a whole show about Kiki Rice. How many clicks that's really going to get, though?
No.
So people,
Brody, can I just say this real quick?
It's going to
though?
get attention because of who they
Brody,
are.
can I just say this real quick, if you don't mind? But the difference is, and I appreciate you letting me say this, the difference is Kiki may be happenstance for whatever reason, but with Angel, it's for 3 specific reasons without getting into details. We could talk about this another day. 1, she didn't take the WNBA corporate contract. Caitlin did. And if you don't know what that is, we could talk about that another time. 2, she's not a Nike athlete. So that's self-explanatory, because Nike got their paws all up in the WNBA and also ESPN, etc. The other thing is, which people don't think about much, she's not with a big agency. Her agent that she has now was with a big agency. She quit her agency because she believed in Angel so much. So can you imagine what some of these big agencies are saying when they see that this person is independent, obviously making a pile of money if you're the agent of Angel Reese, and they're running around, strutting around, doing their thing. So she's got a lot of forces against her, and she's still able to rise. Kiki don't have that against her, with all due respect. So whatever reason people don't talk about Kiki, we can get into that another time. But with Angel, it's specific. They came after her in 2024. I've talked about this before. I'm not going to do that now because it's 2 a.m. We can do that another day. But it's specific, Wody. It's not happenstance.
No, and that's why I was even trying to use, for example, some of the players, certain people, whether it's because of fan interest or just them players being that good.
Yeah, but they're tormenting her. This has never been done before, Wody. And I'm not interrupting you. I just got to say this. What they're doing to her has never been done before. LeBron has a history. When he made the decision, yeah, people hated it. People didn't like it. So people started hating on LeBron. Oh, you left Cleveland, whatever. But he was already in the league for 7 years, if I remember at that time.
7 years.
There's never been a player in the history of sports that I can recall who's gotten this type of hate and this type of vitriol for nothing. Because if you remember,
Dennis Rodman.
LeBron James, that's why even when you say that though, it's I feel like sometimes people would overlook other history that you do have of when
Dennis
they did
Rodman.
it. Terrell Owens, LeBron James. Yeah, Terrell Owens was one. Randy Moss at a certain juncture, right? Like because of their reaction to people, because of their responses
People
to
didn't like
media,
Deion
they
Sanders,
started
but
villainizing
they
some of
didn't
these
say the
players.
nasty things about Deion Sanders the way they do about
Nah,
the
not
way they
Deion, no, but I'm talking about like Terrell Owens at some points. Terrell Owens at some
No,
points.
what I'm saying is,
But they've all done
let me
things that
stop.
have
Let me
made people very upset.
stop.
What did Angel do to
No,
deserve the vitriol that
let me
she had?
stop. Wait, let me stop. Wody, stop that shit. You not finna listen. You not finna do that. This is what we saying, and you know what we saying because
I do. That's why I say I don't dismiss your feelings. I don't dismiss your feelings.
the gangster that you are, you not gonna let nobody talk about your mama, sister, or daughter like that. Not one time. So I'm not trying to hear that shit of trying to be politically correct. You don't put your mouth on someone who has no uh, uh, type of defense for themselves, where they're out in the public just minding their own fucking business. All she wants to do is play fucking basketball. That's the only thing. We're not gonna get past that. And then Nubian Sage, Jesus said, you cannot love two masters. You got to love one and hate the other. Now deal with Jesus with that. I guess why I got him up there. He said you gotta love one and you gotta hate the other one.
But
and
it
I'm
gets
gonna do what Jesus told me to do. Go ahead.
and it gets much deeper because you have black men, if you want to take this route, black men who are being paid, to terrorize a black sister over stuff that nobody else deals with. You see, Wody, if they would psychoanalyze Cameron Brinks, if they would psychoanalyze Cece, if they would psychoanalyze even Aaliyah Edwards or even JC Sheldon, etc., then maybe if they gave some context to the game, right? Because basically, no matter what she does, they always find a negative angle. She would literally
They're
have
gonna
to,
find it no
even if
matter
she
I'm
did
not
everything right,
referring to that
they'll say they
MSL
don't like
because
how it looks. That's
I
not normal.
want to hold you right there though, my brother, because again, I was just hoping that there was no confusion in what I was saying. My point of contention is, you know, why certain people are spoken of, we're not saying whether in the positive or the negative, continuously, is because people tune in when they see their name. Not for the I wasn't going into what type
Oh
of.
Yeah, but it
no,
was the
we good on that.
That's
WNBA
why
that
I
set a
said
climate
we
that
can
we're
do a
in now.
show. We could do a whole show about JC Sheldon. Who gonna watch that?
Wody,
If,
listen
if,
to
if
what
we saying
Wody,
JC Sheldon and
Wody,
not
listen to what I'm
referring
saying.
her
Wody,
to Angel Reese or
Wody,
Cece, who watching that?
Wody, I hear you, but listen to what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying, Wody. We understand motion and all this other stuff. I get all that, right? And I'll make the argument, and I've done it before, and I can prove it. CC ain't got no damn motion, and maybe that's why you're saying this to me. She ain't got no damn motion. It's all manufactured. We get that, but part of the manufacturing of her motion, they set up all these companies, all these bots, all these PR companies, the internet marketplace. They pay these people to come up with these sites and say all these negative things about her. Then it has a boomerang effect, right? You get the idiot people with no life who read this stuff, and then you get the media who picks on this stuff, sometimes in coordination, and they say all this stuff. So you and I, to what Brokelaw was just about to say, we're looking at a video with her dancing with Tahina Pow Pow. And then you get an idiot that comes in and makes 14 comments saying she's the worst basketball player in the world. So here I come and I say, okay, well, prove it. Tell me why. And then all of a sudden you get into the discussion. The person don't want to say nothing no more because now you have to back up what you're saying. So they don't even believe what they're saying.
They don't believe that shit. They
It's
don't
just
believe that shit that they saying.
it's just there. And the only reason why I do that is because, yeah, nobody wants to sit there and do this. But the reality is, until we keep calling it out, whether it be on television, on social media, radio, wherever we do, we have to force ESPN to stop accommodating this stuff, and the WNBA to stop accommodating this stuff and to expose this stuff and expose this girl. They know CC trash, and I'm speaking generally for those who want to get into detail. They know she trash, and they know this is her last year to prove herself. But it's only up to us to call it out when there's BS, to call it out when they're not doing stuff right. Because if we don't, they're gonna keep doing this. Because
They
the
tell me,
reality,
they say in the comments, they say, bro, Claude, you giving them, I don't think that you need to say their names or put them. Fuck no. I'm going to say these weak, perverted people names.
and they hate black women and probably hate themselves.
I'm going
probably
to
hate
say
themselves.
I'm going to say
Because how can you treat women like that?
You cannot get away with that with me. I'm just sorry. I know you might don't like that I say it and say their names and say it about them, but who's gonna say it? Who's gonna stop? Who they gonna feel like?
But Brokaw, but
gonna
let's
be
go
on
back
that
to what
one
Wody
time.
said.
I'm gonna be on
Because
that one time, Marcel.
Because I understand where Wody was coming from. Wody, I get what you're saying, but this is way, 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 way beyond someone being exciting. There is no Angel Reese video. There's almost no Angel Reese video or TikTok or whatever, but certainly on YouTube that you can get it. It could be her with a 4-year-old baby, and
Man,
some idiot is there saying the most nastiest, vicious things about her.
They got straight pornos with AI.
Oh no,
with Angel Reese right now.
Like why? Like why?
Oh no, I was saying with my brother, but I
hate
think you did
campaign.
catch me when I said it though, MSL, right? I said whether it be positive Angel Reese people who are supporters, or you would get on the negative side for certain players, like I'll use that LeBron James example. People have channels dedicated to trashing LeBron James,
But
and
LeBron's been
they
playing
get
basketball for
LeBron
23 years
James
in the NBA.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just using that as per example. It's like I brought up also too, Brokaw, real quick. Why also I brought up the example of what ESPN does. They talk about the Cowboys on the regular. Them boys ain't won Nathaniel. What's up? Good morning, y'all. They ain't won Nathan nor Nathaniel, but they'll talk about the Lakers, the Knicks, the boys, right? Because just again, not again. That's why I said I didn't want to devolve
we're
into
making the black woman the villain and the white girl, and the white girl the hero.
Even the Angel supporter channels is traction even for the supporters of Angel. If we talking about Angel in the Dream, that's a whole show right there because people want to hear something about said player. And that's all I was going to
say. More negative than positive.
Hey, go ahead. Hold on a second. Hold on, Jacob. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jacob. I'm sorry.
You good? No, you good, MSL. So, Woody Mac, do me a favor real quick. Pull up all the rookie stats of the girls that are drafted ahead of Angel. Please do that for me real quick.
I think he should know by now.
He's not gonna do it. He's too scared.
I'm here at work too. What did you say?
Oh yeah, work too. Okay, my bad.
Say your point. Just say your point, Jacob.
Okay. I'll say it real quick. So Angel with the 7th pick. Cam Brink gets nothing. I barely see nothing from Cameron Brink of like any hate videos. Caitlin Clark barely gets any hate videos. JC Sheldon barely gets any hate videos.
She gets
so does Aaliyah Edwards. So
I ain't heard a JC Sheldon video yet. I ain't heard
Aaliyah. So why should Angel wear? No. Why should Angel Reese get more hate than all those girls when she's been playing better than all of them?
And if Cameron Briggs had Angel Reese's statistics, they would be calling her generational.
Yes. Well, Come on, Woody Mac.
Look, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. It's to do it because what you said, baby Jacob, it was 1,000% right. And guess what? I'm gonna end this show because it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning here. I know L is 12 o'clock there. It's almost 12 there. It's almost 2
o'clock in New York. No,
3 o'clock in New York.
3 o'clock in New York. It's about to be 4 o'clock in New York because y'all 2 ahead of us. So listen, I'm gonna just let y'all know, man. This is another big show, another good good topic, another great panel. I knew
So
this
this
stuff
we got to
that,
pick up and continue because there's
yeah,
a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of psychological stuff
I'm
going
not
on.
getting up. We got this whole week, MSL. Tomorrow is the crash out room, so you really can crash out tomorrow. So you'll be on the panel. So tomorrow is the crash out room. We're gonna have all of the Angel haters because it's been going on all preseason, all yesterday, this morning.
But that's coordinated, bro, Claude. It's not an accident. It's
This
coordinated.
girl ain't did nothing. So what I want y'all to do is, man, after these messages, I'm gonna tell y'all what I want y'all to do.
Soldier that the streets talk about. If it ain't making money, ain't nothing to talk about.
Hey everybody, my name is Bro Claude, and I'm here to tell you about the best whipped organic shea butter on planet Earth. It just so happens to be my brand, Bread House Butters. Sheens, shine, heal, treats, moisturize, condition your skin. Not only is this the best shea butter for you, but it heals good, smells good, and feels good. It is the best moisturizer that you can use. It clears up any scars, scrapes, stretch marks, blemishes, rashes, bruises, eczema, psoriasis, and most intensified dryness of skins. You can put this on your face, your hair, and your body, and I'm telling you, this is the best product that you can use in America because, of course, we make ours and crafted, handcrafted in our own kitchen. So I'm asking for you guys to support the #1 product that you're going to ever be able to put on your body, Bread House Butters brand. And guess what? You can go to breadhousebutters.com. I said breadhousebutters.com and put your order in now. Thank you. And I appreciate everyone who supports. First of all, I want to thank my panel. I want to thank everybody that participated. We will continue on this conversation tomorrow on the Crash Out Room. I can't give it all out, but we're going to focus on me going and doing the representation of what I've done and what I pledge to do, of course, continuously for Angel Reese, and also how I built this channel. First of all, I want y'all to turn on your notifications every time we drop a hot banger. And also, y'all, I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe. Be a part of the channel if you would love to be a part of the channel. And also, if you want to give to the channel, give to the channel. I really appreciate everybody that came. We was up here $3. I didn't intend to be up here 3 hours, but that's just how it happened. I was giving instructions to it the most, but you know, it was good. It was good conversation. And I appreciate every single person on my panel. I love y'all. I thank y'all. You are included here on this podcast in this room right here with me at all times. I appreciate you, everybody. Listen, I could be wrong, and I always say that. I might don't have the right take sometimes, or most of the time if other people feel it. But guess what? I'm gonna be humble enough and say, hey, I was wrong right here, but I could do this here. You dig what I'm saying? I just want everybody to be able to come up here with the truth, spit the truth, be part of the truth, and let us be able to change the way the algorithm is going on with this oblivious action on Angel Reese. And I want to be part of the history that says, I had her back. I'm gonna be here for forever. As long as she in the league, I'm gonna be right here. This channel is gonna be here, and all of the women that's playing that I back, I'm gonna be here for you. And I'm just telling y'all, listen, keep the main thing in my goddamn comments. Listen, don't be in my comments acting a fool. I'm gonna help YouTube delete your ass. And the other thing is that I'm asking you guys to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Be a member of the channel to be a bread maker. If you're not a member, be a member. I got a lot of things that I'm doing that member only. Y'all see me picking up member only, more members only things. Like the Crash Out Room is for members only. So you could go to the Crash Out Room and become a member. Y'all gonna hear me get down and do my thing. I will say that at this point in the WNBA, a lot of people got me fucking twisted when it comes to Angel Reese. Don't think I'm a Chicago Sky fan, but I'm sure enough a lover of Angel Reese, and I will forever be on her uncle and on her side. So don't get me fucking twisted, because you're gonna get your Louis, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna, I'm not going to the left, but it ain't gonna be a good thing for you. So as always, I leave as I came with another bang. Y'all at 2 in the dang on morning. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. L, thank you for staying. Hey, y'all, Tiffy Cole, thank you for coming. Hey, T. Camilla, ADP, all of my girls always hold it down. And as I will always say, you guys make my life better. And I appreciate that God made a woman for me. Thank y'all. Have a real good day. And guess what, Marcellus?
You don't want none. If you do, come get some. But I know you don't want none. You don't want to go to war with me. You don't want none. If you do, come get some. But I know you don't want none. You don't want to go to war with me. I'm hearing fake suckers talk about they want war. You don't want none coming from the soldiers, boy. Better be cool, sit down and just chill. You don't want to see me out on the battlefield. I rip tracks up for a damn living. Beat them whole like a piece of pound Thanksgiving. Welcome to the Killer's Terror Dome. Ha. Get ready, cause daddy's home. Ha. I'm raw with it, that's why the streets feel me. And that's why these haters wanna kill me. They ain't ready for the counterattack. Ha. I'm shooting rounds with actual facts. So whenever you see me coming, y'all better start running. I came to this game to handle my business. There ain't another reason why I'm a